The Martian, the switch hitter, will bat seventh and play left field. And Anthony Volpe bats eighth and plays shortstop, followed by Oswald Peraza making his first appearance and showing here in this series, batting ninth and playing second base. Today's pitching matchup is brought to you by Premier Pools and Spas. Call 916-800-POOL and start your dream pool today. That's 916-800-POOL. It's Marcus Stroman taking the ball for the Pinstripes. 0-1, 11.57 ERA, in 3 starts, 9 1/3 innings, 12 hits, 12 runs, all of them earned with 7 walks and 7 strikeouts. Has not gotten to 5 innings or more yet this year in 4 starts, or he's about to have his 4th start. So we're about to see what Marcus Stroman is made of. I don't know if he's going to go deep into this game compared to his standards, but this could be a good opportunity for the Athletics to capitalize on a guy who's just getting back into the fold. On the other side, the former Yankee Luis Severino, as you touched on, 2-8, 4.83 ERA in 17 starts, 100 2/3 innings, 105 hits, 57 runs, 54 of them earned, with 31 walks and 68 strikeouts. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Athletics. And now for the play-by-play, here's Johnny Dosco.
Lawrence Butler will lead things off for the Athletics. Left-handed hitter, 0 for 6 in this series. He's 1 for 14 against Yankee pitching this year. As Stroman out of his windup at the first pitch, he's swung on and bounced toward the second baseman, making the play on the second up. Peraza on to first. There's quickly one away. So Butler's been doing a lot of first pitch swinging on his first at bat. Rounds out to the second baseman Peraza. One away. Here is Jacob Wilson, the shortstop. First inning is brought to you by Hoblet Family Dealerships. Hoblet has it, no hassle, no pressure ever. 138 start, 88 degrees at first pitch. A warm Sunday here on the East Coast as the pitch in there for a strike. The first pitch sinker to Wilson. It's 0-1. Wilson, 340, 9 homers, 40 driven in. They're doing the will call here, or the roll call, I should say, as the pitch in there for, because that pitch missed 1-1 on Jacob Wilson. We'll set the Yankees for you defensively. As Marcus Stroman to the plate in the 1-1 pitch. That swung on and missed. A sinker from the right-hander. Works very quickly. 1-2 the count. Jacob 1 for 8 in this series. Had a base hit in the 9th inning of the A's 7-0 win yesterday. It's the 1-2 pitch. That misses inside. And the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Wilson. The A's wearing the gray uniforms with the green and gold trim. Yankees, the traditional pinstripes, as the right-hander to the plate, and the 2-2 pitch is swung on, a little pop-up in the shallow right center. Peraza drifting back. The second baseman makes the catch, and there are quickly 2 away. It's Paul Goldschmidt at first base. Second baseman Oswald Peraza. Shortstop is Anthony Volpe. Jazz Chisholm Jr. at third, with Jason Dominguez in left. Trent Grisham in center, and Cody Bellinger in right. Doing the catching, Ben Rice on the hill, the right-hander. 5'8", 190-pound Marcus Stroman. He delivers, and the pitch to Rooker. That misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Rooker, he's hitting .271, 17 homers, 44 driven in. As the pitch taken outside, it's now 2 balls and no strikes. 318 down the left field line. It is 408. To dead center, curls out to 385 in the right center field alley. Pitch misses outside. Count on Rooker now 3-0. It's 399 deepest part of left center. 314 down the right field line, short porch and right. There's the 3-0 pitch from Stroman. That swung on and bounced to third on 3 hops. Chisholm up with it, throws across the diamond. It's a 1-2-3 first inning for Marcus Stroman. We're through half an inning. It's the A's nothing, and the Yankees are coming up.
So without further ado, snap on your time goggles and prepare to zoom 1,000 years into the future. The D-backs are still the D-backs, though now they're represented by a robotic techno-snake, and the Cubs have embraced their future amongst the stars, now being represented by Ursa Major. Minneapolis was the first to establish relations with our extraterrestrial friends. The Rays are the cosmic rays flying through space in their devil ray-shaped spacecraft.
all that much better. You know, like, geez, I throw the guy out, and then 30 seconds later, I can go hug my dad, my brother, my mom in the stands, my high school coaches. I mean, come on, man. That's like, it's a dream come true. It gives me goosebumps just talking about it now. So to be able to enjoy that moment on the field with them after a Gatorade shower, man, it makes everything we've done, it makes it all worth it.
You can watch the full interview at youtube.com/athletics or listen at athletics.com/AceCast.
Get one free set of Brake Best brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Visit O'Reilly Auto Parts. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Bottom of the first, Trent Grisham will lead things off against Luis Severino. The Grisham, Bellinger, and Judge to face the right-hander. No score in the game. Grisham, left-handed hitter. As the first pitch is in there for a called strike. On the first pitch, fastball at 95. It's 0-1. Defensively for the Athletics, Nick Kurtz is at first base. Luis Urias is at second. Pitch is chopped foul toward the on-deck hitter and Bellinger, and it's quickly 0-2. Jacob Wilson's at short. Max Muncy at third with Tyler Soderstrom in left, Denzel Clark in center. And Lawrence Butler in right with the catching Willie McIver, and on the hill the right-hander Luis Severino. Umpires for the game today, Jonathan Parra is the home plate umpire. Chad Fairchild, the crew chief, at first. Clint Vondrak at second. Phil Cuzzy is over at third. As the pitch is taken high, and it's 1-2 strikes on Grisham. Trent at 247 with 15 homers and 32 driven in. Severino to the plate in the pitch. That's chopped foul once again toward Bellinger. It remains at 1-2 strikes. Crowd filing in on this Sunday. Final game of this 3-game set. First inning brought to you by Hoblet Family Dealerships. Hoblet has it. No hassle, no pressure ever. There's the 1-2 pitch from the right-hander. That swung on and missed. He struck him out. Got him on a sinker. He elevated on that fastball. Strikes out Grisham, one away. Here's Cody Bellinger, the right fielder. Remember that game, Chris, on the 11th of May. He had that perfect first inning. He retired the side in order. Got Rice, Judge, and Bellinger. Bellinger swings and foul tips it into the glove of McIver, and it's 0-1. They faced 10 men in that second inning. One pitch. Breaking ball misses outside, 1-1.
Right after Trent Grisham struck out, Johnny, he went right into the on-deck circle to talk to Aaron Judge about what he saw, and it was about 15, 20, 25 seconds.
1-1 pitch is fouled back this way. I see the Yankees do that a lot. We saw that a lot in West Sacramento. And Judge would do that after some of his at-bats. The Yankees, you see that a lot with those guys.
I'd say it's hard for Judge to do because he's usually on base.
Right. 1-2 pitch. That misses high now. 2-2 strikes. No score, bottom of the first. Thanks for being with us on this Sunday. A's winning 7-0 yesterday. Had a couple of homers. Rooker, a solo shot. Kurtz, a 3-run shot. Pitch misses high from Severino. Now 3-2 strikes. In the last few days, Severino's been visiting with so many friends from his past, people that work here at the ballpark, different fans. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That's swung on it foul. Right side of the play, hooked it. It's the facade, bounces all the way into the first deck. Remains at 3-2. Yeah, 47,000. Oh, that was your prediction on the. I'm sorry.
You jumped my prediction.
No, I thought you were talking about the attendance yesterday.
No, but that was close.
Yeah, no kidding. What a crowd. There's the 3-2 pitch. That swung on and popped up. The third baseman going out is Muncy, and Max calls him off, and it falls in for a base hit. Max was called off there by Soderstrom. So that's just playing communication gap right there. That ball's got to be caught. It's a bloop single for Bellinger. That was, I got it, you take it. And Muncy went out. I don't know if you heard footsteps or you heard Soderstrom, but he just gave up on it, and he thought Soderstrom was right behind him, and he wasn't. Soderstrom's about 15 feet from Muncy. So here's Judge. That's a break for the Yankees. Judge .354, 28 homers, 63 driven in. As the breaking ball in there for a strike, it's 0-1.
Well, you know, now that we've addressed that I have a prediction of 47,684, it sounds like there's more in this building. It is a packed house on a Sunday.
Yes, it is. 0-1 the count. As Severino delivers high, that gets past McIver, goes all the way to the screen. That'll be a wild pitch, moving Bellinger to second base. So a pop-up that was not caught, that should have been caught. And now instead of 2 outs and nobody on, with Judge at the plate, they have a runner in scoring position after the wild pitch. So Bellinger at second. Severino checks second. And Luis to the plate. The pitch that misses high and away. Now 2 balls and 1 strike. The A's 34-51 coming in. They're 16 back of the Astros in the West. The Yankees 47-35. They're a half game up on the Rays in the AL East. 2-1 pitch. That swung on and missed. Good sweeper there. It's now 2-2 on Aaron Judge. Judge looking for his first hit of the series. He's 0 for 6. 7 for 20 against A's pitching this year.
I mean, he's a remarkable, a specimen. And when you think about it, no team has been able to render him hitless in a series this year.
Right-hander checks second. Now the 2-2 pitch. That misses high. He's going all the way to Judge. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. And number 86 on the year for the Athletics. So nice to find a way to come out with a win here and then head to Tampa and split the first 6 games. Fastball got him swinging. He elevated there with that 4-seamer. And he strikes out Judge. 2 down. That's a big out. And here's Ben Rice. He just challenged him, went up the ladder, and Judge could not lay off it.
Johnny Dallas always talks about having ride on your fastball, and it just looked like he kept elevating and elevating for a guy that it's already high when you get him at the letters, and once you get above that and has movement up, you got a chance.
Ben Rice chops it foul outside first and down the line. It's 0-1. Rice hitting .235, 14 homers and 29 driven in. With a high sock, slightly open stance from the left side. Severino checks second, now to the plate in the pitch. That misses high. Been missing upstairs. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. Ben Rice out of Dartmouth, Yankees number 12 pick in the 2021 draft. From Cohasset, Massachusetts. As the right-hander checks second, now the 1-1 pitch. Breaking a little bouncer back to Severino. Gloves it on the second hop. Fires over to Kurtz. And the inning is over. 1-3 on the put out. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left. We're through an inning. A's and Yankees. No score.
Experience the thrill of the game at Red Hawk Resort.
go to the top of the second. No score in the ball game. And once again, here's Chris.
The second inning of today's game is brought to you by American Furniture Galleries, your family-owned furniture store since 1991. Well, it's 4, 5, and 6 up for the Athletics, starting with Nick Kurtz, who's on a 4-game hitting streak, had a 3-run home run yesterday, deposited into the right field seats in the short porch here at Yankee Stadium back in the 6th inning. That was more than enough to propel the A's to a 7-0 victory. Now the left-handed hitter stands in against Stroman with the infield playing him to pull. First pitch, and Kurtz takes outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Kurtz, 256, 12 home runs, 31 runs batted in. 1-0 stretch pitch. Breaking ball fouled back. 1-1. Kurtz, 7 home runs in the month of June. And we still have some time before the calendar turns to July. 1-1 pitch is away and up, it seems. 2 balls and 1 strike. Stroman, 34 years old, from Medford, New York. Was drafted by Toronto in the first round out of Duke. And now Kurtz sends a high fly ball to right. Bellinger drifting back, now at the warning track, and brings it in for the first out. Cody Bellinger has now started in all 3 outfield positions in the last 3 games, playing right field today for Aaron Boone's club, and now it's Max Muncy coming up.
And it's like having another center fielder out there, right? I mean, just so athletic, so fast, great reads, tremendous outfielder.
Not a shabby first baseman either. First pitch to Muncy. It's a rocket off of Stroman's leg, and it'll trickle to Chisholm, who charged with his bare hand, but put it in his pocket as Muncy reaches first on the infield base hit. That hit Stroman pretty hard, but it was in his lower body, and now Aaron Boone and the athletic trainer will come out and look at Stroman, who trots around the pitcher's mound and is shaking out his leg as we speak. No, it wasn't his ankle area. It was more towards his hamstring.
I just have that feeling, though, about Muncy that we talk about this a lot, but with Muncy, you just get the feeling starting to get a little more comfortable. His at-bats are getting better. You just feel he's going to go on that July run. That I'm not saying that same run that Butler went on last year, but he's going to get really hot here. Kind of have that feeling.
So he just said he is good after a warm-up pitch, and Marcus Stroman will continue in this game. Now, Marcus Stroman, a competitor, obviously not the start to the year that he wants, with already 12 runs being surrendered in 9 1/3 innings. He's hoping to go deeper in this game. His season high is 4 2/3. After 2/3 of an inning performance in his last start against San Francisco. Goldschmidt holds on Muncy, and the first pitch to the lefty Soderstrom is a slurve at the bottom of the zone for a called strike. 0-1. Tyler, 255, 14 home runs, 46 runs batted in. Muncy takes a bigger lead off of first base, with Stroman operating from the stretch on the first base side of the rubber. A 1 pitch, and Soderstrom flies it to right. But right there is Bellinger to move 2 steps in and make the catch. Now 2 are away. Luis Urias is now up. Right side of the infield open, right-handed hitter, 244, 7 home runs, 17 batted in. First pitch to Urias is a slurve away, 1 ball and no strikes. Urias 1 for 4 in this series. Had a single back in the 5th inning yesterday. 1 ball and no strikes. The next pitch is popped up, shallow right. Long way to go for Bellinger, but he slows and makes the catch in shallow right. So 3 flyouts to right. Do the A's in the 2nd inning. Through 1.5 innings of play, there is no score.
is a good one right here. The Padres. Little pinstripe unis. We would wear these every Thursday. When I kept it, I wanted to keep it all dirty. I always felt like if you didn't get dirty in a baseball game, you kind of didn't really play that day. So I had my pine tar there, a little dirt in the front side of it, but the brown and orange, really cool cleats. All the fans really enjoyed it as much as the players did.
And availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Calling all college and grad students. Grab your friends and head to the ballpark with this special offer. Save up to 50% off select regular season games throughout the 2025 season. Get your discounted tickets at athletics.com/student.
Bottom of the second inning. There is no score with 5, 6, and 7 coming up for the Yankees, starting with the left-handed hitter Jazz Chisholm Jr. First pitch, he's swinging and driving it to deep right. Lawrence Butler goes back, and that ball is gone. Chisholm jumped all over the first pitch he saw, driving it out to 1-0 Yankee lead. Chisholm's 13th of the year, his 6th home run of the month of June, and now Goldschmidt comes up. That got out in a hurry, his 2nd home run of the series. First pitch to Goldschmidt is inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Second inning of today's game brought to you by American Furniture Galleries, your family-owned furniture store since 1991. And now a sweeper misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Goldschmidt, right-handed hitter, 285, 8 home runs, 32 runs batted in. And Severino winds up the 2-0, and it is fouled away on the fastball. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. And a pitch high with the cutter. 3 balls and a strike to Goldschmidt. Three and 1 is inside, and as Goldschmidt walks over to first, we'll take a quick pause for station identification on A's Cast, Talk 650 KSTE, and the A's Radio Network. For Ken Korak, Chris Townsend, Cody Elias, and Jessica Kleinschmidt with Johnny Dosco here at Yankee Stadium, where the Yankees lead 1-0. Jason Dominguez fouls away the first pitch. It's 0-1 with Goldschmidt on first. Dominguez, the switch hitter, will bat lefty against the righty Severino. From the stretch third base side of the rubber, the 0-1 pitch is cute foul, 0-2. Dominguez, 250 on the air, 6 home runs, 27 runs batted in, has batted .277 against right-handed pitchers this year. Kurtz will hold on his counterpart, Paul Goldschmidt, at first. And Dominguez takes up on a fastball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Muncy will move over almost into the shortstop positioning with Wilson playing up the middle. 1-2 pitch, another high fastball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2, breaking ball, called strike 3 on the sweeper to the back door. Dominguez is down on strikes looking. That's Severino's 3rd strikeout. And now the hometown shortstop, Anthony Volpe, comes up.
What a beautiful backdoor slider that was. There was no doubt about it. I mean, well in the box and on the close to the edge. I mean, that was a perfect pitch.
Volpe, the right-handed hitter, is up as Muncy drifts in at third base. First pitch, Volpe will swing away and take a strike on a fastball, 0-1. Volpe is .228 on the year, 9 home runs, 44 RBIs. One pitch from Severino, and again challenging him with the fastball in the inner half. Swinging through it and missing is Anthony Volpe. It's 0-2. With an out, Goldschmidt at first. The Yankees lead 1-0 in the bottom of the second inning after a leadoff Chisholm home run this inning, his 13th of the year. 0-2 pitch, and he goes sweeper away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two home. Breaking ball lifted to center. Denzel Clark broke back. Now slows and is underneath the baseball to make the catch for the second out. Ready to bring down the Giants? A must-see A's versus Giants series starts Friday, July the 4th. And make sure to stay after the game for our patriotic fireworks show. Tickets are going fast. Get yours before they're gone at athletics.com/tickets.
That's going to be a lot of fun. The Giants in town for a 3-game set. Been circled on the calendar for a while.
Severino against Oswald Peraza. And a first pitch sweeper is inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Peraza, the right-handed hitter, 162, 3 homers, 13 runs batted in. Have not seen him yet this series up to this point. Short lead for Goldschmidt off of first, and Severino's 1-0 is a sweeper that Peraza threw his hips at but kept the bat behind. 2 balls and no strikes. Two-0 pitch. Bouncing ball off to the left side, foul. 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs. Goldschmidt on first in the bottom of the second inning for Peraza at the plate. Bottom of the second started with a Jazz Chisholm home run to the right field seats. His 13th of the year. It's 1-0 New York. Two balls and a strike to Peraza. And he hammers one down the third base line. It's fair beyond the foul, down the line. Muncy had the ground covered.
He did. Good effort by Muncy. Look, he's guarding the line there, so almost came up with it. Fortunately, it was a foul ball anyway, but really very close to the line on Peraza.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Severino a chance to get another strikeout here. The pitch is a fastball away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here with a full count and 2 outs, Goldschmidt will have a head start from first. Three-two payoff pitch, Goldschmidt going. Grounded right back to the pitcher. Severino snares it and throws a hard strike to first. Kurtz was ready for it, and that will retire the side. But Jazz Chisholm hits his 2nd home run of the series, his 13th of the year, and makes it a 1-0 Yankees lead through 2 innings.
Making a new rule stick. It's what's behind a bit of a change in pro baseball for 2025.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Here we go. This is a classic road jersey for Boston. This is the first uniform I put on when I came with Boston. When you see those two socks together, that's one thing I know I had to do. I had to make sure I had my red socks high, okay? My two red socks, because, you know, there's two here.
Green pool today. Top of the third inning, Marcus Stroman firing in a strike against the righty Willie McIver. It's 1-0 Yankees.
And the great time of year to start thinking about a pool, right?
Yeah.
Man.
That's 916-800 pool. A one pitch is a slider away, 1 ball and 1 strike. McIver 234 on the year, home run, 3 runs batted in 47 at-bats in the big leagues. 1-1 pitch. Stays with the slurve. It's away, 2 balls and a strike. Well, Austin Wynn started yesterday. Had an RBI single back in the 8th inning, but McIver was the catcher of choice in Game 1. He doubled. 2-1 tagged back foul, and now it's 2-2.
And the A's will have a decision to make. Langolier's coming off the IL here in the next day or two when the A's take on the Rays. So will it be McIver? Will it be Wynns to get option? We'll see.
2-2 pitch is low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, it's not like either have been playing an immense amount of time over the other. They kind of have been switching back and forth. It's not a platoon situation. It is more figuring out what you got.
It's not. Both right-handed hitters, and you're right. They've split the time equally.
So it will be interesting and fascinating to see what direction they go. 3-2 to Wynns. Pitch up high and in. He did not go around and held up, and he draws a leadoff walk for Denzel Clark now. So that's the first walk issued by Stroman this game. Second base runner he's allowed through 2 innings of work. Now it's Denzel, right-handed hitter up. Short lead for McIver, and Denzel Clark takes a fastball right over the heart of the plate for strike 1.
And Chris, it's really a tough call because, you know, with Wynns, you have all that experience, all that knowledge. You know, he knows he's been in the game so long. With McIver, you have all that energy, right?
A 1 stretch pitch to Clark in on his hands. He fouls it away, 0-2.
So we'll see if they go with the experience over kind of the infectious energy that McIver brings into that clubhouse every day. And plus, McIver, a good hitter too, and not that Wynns isn't a good hitter as well. He is too, but it's just it's just going to be a really close call.
0-2 pitch to Denzel. He lays off of a slider, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
In my eyes, maybe in their eyes, it's not a close call. I don't know what the organization is going to do, but to me, it's a toss-up between those two guys on who they keep when Langoliers comes back.
Yep. 1-2 pitch, a wave and a miss on a slider well outside of the zone. That's the first strikeout for Stroman and the first out of the third inning. I think you make a great point, Johnny, because it's one of those decisions that you don't want to have to make, but you do have to make because what seems to be, or who seems to be your franchise catcher is coming back up. And he obviously takes priority, and somebody's got to go down or away. It's Lawrence Butler up for a second time. First pitch is taken outside on a cutter, 1 ball and no strikes. He bounced out to second. The first pitch of the very first inning of this game, he's 0 for 1. Short lead for McIver. In on the grass is Chisholm at third base. 1-0. And that's rocketed to right field and through for a base hit. McIver stops at second. And Lawrence Butler has his first hit of the series. And now on first and second are a pair of Athletics with Jacob Wilson coming up.
That pitch was down and in, and as you said, he rocketed that ball into right field.
Well, we know when Lawrence Butler hits the baseball hard consistently, the ball starts to fly out of the ballpark. And it's about that time. The month of July approaches. I believe last year he had 12 homers in the month of July. Rooker had 10. Here's Jacob Wilson now. First pitch is a fastball well outside. Rice tried to frame it, but it was about 3 baseballs away from the zone. Ben Rice, just his 9th game at catcher this year for the Yankees. 1-0 pitch, fouled back. 1-1. A ball, a strike, an out. McIver at second, Butler on first. 1-0 the Yankees lead in the top of the 3rd inning. From the stretch first base side of the rubber, set at his belt, Stroman kicks home the 1-1. And Wilson stays away from the slurve, low and outside, 2-1.
If you look at Wilson, I mean, he's a hot streak away from leading the big leagues in hitting, right? I mean, Judge is not that far ahead in batting average. Would that be something?
2-1 pitch, working in on Wilson. He swings and fouls it off of himself and is still down on a knee in the right side batter's box, and now he's grabbing his left knee.
Oh.
He's limping around the right side batter's box.
Hit the inside part of that left knee. He's in pain right now. Oh. Trying to walk it off right now. Jeff Collins out there with Kotze.
Right inside of that kneecap.
Yep.
You know, Jacob's taken some bruises this year, but it looks like he's going to stay in the game. Some serious discomfort. He's probably going to have a welt after the game, but he's a gamer, staying in the game. 2-ball, 2-strike count to him. He popped out to second, his only time up. 2-2 pitch, defensive swing, fouled off, and he's still hobbling around after the swing.
After the swing, we'll see if he goes out there to play shortstop in the bottom half of the 3rd inning, because he noticeably limping. We'll see if he's running down to first base, see how it is here if he hits the ball in play.
2-2, lays off. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Another thing that happens in that batter's box for Wilson is he's so active with his feet. It's a little slower now, so he doesn't put as much pressure on that left leg, leading leg, when you're striking down to try and get to the baseball. It's a lot slower. 3-2, both runners dancing off first and second. Now McIver breaks and a bouncer to third. Chisholm steps on the bag, across the diamond, throws to first, and that will retire the side. A 5-3 double play, even with McIver in motion. Nice play by Jazz Chisholm across the diamond to Goldschmidt, and that will end the top of the 3rd with the Yankees having a 1-0 advantage.
In baseball, there are plenty of things you can count on. A sea of...
Anytime we can put on these uniforms, the same ones that those guys played before us in the Negro Leagues, it's an honor to put it on and to share this field with them.
It's a piece of history, so I mean, to be able to wear it present day is honestly an unreal feeling. Once the lights are on and the anthem takes place and you're standing there on the line, it'll sink in as to what this moment really means, because I do think it's a meaningful day.
featuring Commander Cody. Now streaming on the A's YouTube channel at youtube.com/athletics and on X at AthleticsCast24 ahead of every weekday evening game.
Third inning of today's game is brought to you by Premier Pools and Spas. Call 916-800-POOL and start your dream pool today. 1-0 Yankees in the bottom of the third. And it's the top of the order with Trent Grisham taking strike one at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. That's 916-800-POOL to start your dream pool today for Premier Pools and Spas. 0-1, and Grisham lifts it high in the air, shallow right. Urias going out, Butler coming in. Who's going to get it? Fighting the sun. A slight collision and the ball drops. Oh my goodness, the ball drops. And Grisham lands at second base. That is the second time today there's been a miscommunication between an infielder going out and an outfielder going in the shallow part of the outfield. That just cannot happen twice.
Well, that's Butler's ball 100%. Urias has to get out of his way so Butler can make the catch on that. I cannot believe Urias went all the way out there. Butler coming in, the infielder usually gives way to the outfielder, and that just can't happen.
And it is scored an E4. Fielding error by Urias, and the Yankees start camp at second base with Cody Bellinger up and taking away 1 ball and no strikes. Bellinger already has 4 hits this series, had a single back in the first inning, and is up again with an RBI chance. Infield plays him to pull, left side open, and the 1-0 pitch is a changeup down low, 2 balls and no strikes.
As you said, the second time in 3 innings that that's happened.
Two-0 pitch. Bellinger leans out of the way of a sinker that was at the bottom of the strike zone and a strike all the way in.
It's also. I'm sorry, Chris. It's also extra pitches for Severino too, right? So that's just all the way around. It's a tough situation.
That's a great point, Johnny. 2-1. There's a breaking ball lifted to right. Butler on the run. He will make the catch, spin, turn, and throw into the cutting Wilson. What a play by Lawrence Butler, keeping Grisham at second base, who was halfway in between second and third as the ball was hit and then had to scamper back in. But, I mean, like you said, Johnny, it also will change how Luis Severino addresses hitters with the leadoff man getting aboard on second base as compared to what should have been a routine flyout to Lawrence Butler.
Right. Now you face Judge with a runner on second instead of Judge with nobody on.
Judge 0 for 7 this series with a strikeout here today. He's 0 for 1. First pitch is a sweeper at the bottom of the zone. 1 ball and no strikes. Hurts playing off the bag at first. Urias up the middle. And Muncy hugging the line at third base. 1-0 pitch, a wave and a miss on a good changeup, working in on the righty Judge. 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. And that was poorly received by McIver, but in the zone it is deemed a ball by Jonathan Parra, but it was a strike well inside of the zone if you look at that digital score box or strike zone box on the television. 2-1. One pitch. Severino climbed the ladder with a 99-mile-per-hour fastball, and it was tipped into the glove of McIver for strike 2. Time is called. A very great note on the scoreboard. Judge, one of 6 players in Major League history to hit at least 25 home runs prior to the All-Star break 5 times. Mark McGwire, is that Adam Dunn, Ken Griffey Jr., Harmon Killebrew, and Sammy Sosa.
Pretty good list.
2-2 pitch is a sweeper away, 3 balls and 2 strikes. With an out, Grisham at second after reaching on the Urias fielding error, pop fly to right debacle. The Yankees lead 1-0 in the bottom of the third with Judge at the plate. Severino gets the sign with his pitch calm and comes set at his belts. 3-2 pitch, and it's fouled away right below us into the second deck. Three-two is a fastball or changeup away, and it was close, but Jonathan Parra says no siree. Didn't miss by much if it missed at all, and Judge walks. Now runners on first and second for Rice. Well, we know that Jonathan Parra historically has had a tight strike zone, especially at the top of the zone. It's his second year as a major league fill-in umpire. He calls balls and strikes here in the series finale. Second walk for Severino today. Now it's Rice, and on the first pitch he fouls away a changeup 0-1. Well, 56 pitches for Severino already, with just one out in the third. Infield plays Rice to pull, and the 0-1 pitch is a cutter in, 1 ball and 1 strike. Open stance for Rice in the left side batter's box. 1-1 pitch is a sweeper, low and inside, 2 balls and a strike. Left side is open for Rice, that does like to pull the baseball. 2-1 pitch, and that hit him on the back foot with a sweeper. So Severino hits Rice and loads up the bases for Jazz Chisholm Jr., who got a home run off of Severino to lead off last inning and give the Yankees their 1-0 scoreline. And as the bases load up, Scott Emerson will come out and have a conversation with his starting pitcher, Luis Severino. Johnny, this consultation on the mound is brought to you by Granite Expo Grand Slam Savings with 10 Northern California locations. Visit graniteexpo.com. So the inning started with that error committed by Urias, going out on a fly ball off the bat of Trent Grisham. It was Butler's ball all the way, and it just drops between them as they made contact with each other. I wouldn't call it a collision, but the ball drops. He lands at second. Bellinger flies out. Then Judge walks after a long at-bat, and then Rice is hit the back foot with a sweeper, and Chisholm is up after homering last inning to give the Yankees their 1-0 lead. That was Chisholm's 13th home run of the year, 32nd RBI. Entered play in the month of June at .309 for the month with 5 home runs and 14 RBIs. Has since added another home run to that June total. Severino's going to have to work out of a big jam. And the first pitch is hammered foul on a breaking ball, 0-1.
Yeah, Chisholm was hurt, did not play in that series in May against the A's in West Sacramento.
0-1 pitch, high and away with a fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out, a Yankee on every base in the bottom of the third. The score 1-0 New York, with Chisholm up again for the second time in as many innings. One pitch, and that's hammered into the right center field alley, and big trouble. 1 run scores. Here comes Judge. It's misplayed in right center by Clark. Rice is rounding third. He will score. Chugging for third, Chisholm. He'll get in standing up, and it's a bases clearing extra base hit for Jazz Chisholm. Now 4-0 New York. Well, Denzel Clark got around the baseball, but it crept underneath his glove and then kicked off of the right center field wall. And Chisholm lands at third base. And the Yankees have a 4-run advantage. It's now Goldschmidt who takes a fastball in, and it is officially deemed a triple, which I think is fair.
Yeah, 3-run triple for Chisholm. You're worried about this inning getting out of hand, the way it started.
Now it's Paul Goldschmidt taking inside again, 2 balls and no strikes.
You didn't see that Chisholm foul ball, Chris. Chisholm very comfortable in the box against Severino. Had some really good swings in this game with the home run and the triple.
I saw the note on the scoreboard, 295 with 5 home runs in his career with the bases loaded. So he likes those opportunities. Now a slider away makes it 3 balls and no strikes. Goldschmidt takes a fastball and a 4-pitch walk. So now runners on the corners. Jason Dominguez comes up. Well, whether you come for baseball, live music, incredible restaurants, or world-class entertainment, Vegas is a grand slam. Las Vegas, the exclusive destination partner of the A's. Head to visitlasvegas.com for more.
Well, now a little damage control here. Just find a way to make sure this game doesn't get completely out of hand here in this 3rd inning.
Middle of the rubber from the stretch, and the first pitch is a breaking ball that Dominguez fouls off of himself, 0-1. You talked about it yesterday. You wanted to see the A's continue that momentum that they built all across Game 2, the 7-0 victory, and that great relief pitching by Jack Perkins after Sears getting 3 1/3 innings of relief work and his first career save. The Yankees have come in and stormed the Athletics to 4 runs through the first 2 1/3 innings of play.
Yeah, Mark Kotze talked about it in the scrum today, just about the fact, he goes, let's be honest, the defense has not been great behind Severino. That needs to change, and this game has not been good defensively for the Athletics.
It's now 0-2, and the 0-2 pitch is high on a fastball, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I mean, with a guy like Severino gets a lot of ground balls, you have to play good defense, but these actually have been fly balls that the A's have had trouble with in this ball game so far.
1 ball and 2 strikes, breaking ball fouled back. One, 2. High and in. It gets off of the glove of McIver, and coming home, Chisholm. He'll score. And now it's 5-0 New York.
And Severino right now, he's just all over the place.
I mean, yeah, that's about as wild as it gets when you go that far up and in.
Yep.
Goldschmidt advances to second on the wild pitch. Dominguez will take a backdoor breaking ball outside, 3-2. Still 1 out, still need 2 more outs, and Severino's at 72 pitches. 30 pitches this inning. 3-2, that's lifted high in the air to right. Butler going on the run, but it will hook foul and out of play. Hogan Harris is starting to warm up in the Athletics bullpen. Three-two pitch. Lifted to shallow center. Out goes Wilson, fighting the sun with his hand, and he will make the catch over his shoulder for the second out. Here comes Anthony Volpe. Well, Johnny, I got to say it, Luis Severino, who has been sensational on the road this year, has had some struggles on this road trip. After the last start against Detroit, where he surrendered 7 runs off of 7 hits, he's already given up 5 here and we're not even through the third inning. First pitch strike to the righty Volpe, 0-1.
And he's got to be frustrated. This was a game he wanted to go 6 or 7 innings shutout baseball. He was thinking about it.
A one pitch, up and in, 1 ball and 1 strike. But this is full-on proof that an error can really turn the game upside down.
Yeah, for sure.
Or inside out, depending on how you look at it. 1-1 pitch to Volpe. Little pop towards second on 1 hop or 2. Luis Urias gets it, gets rid of it quickly, and throws to first. And that will retire the side. Well, the Yankees score 4 runs in the third inning. A big, costly error by Urias allowed the Yankees to open it up a bit. The Athletics have a 5-run disadvantage to try and come back from when we go to the 4th.
My security right there. That's the bad one, Roscoe Pico train.
Major League Baseball wanted to start doing something with the players and their dogs.
Which one's the dog?
I was undecided on whether to do a dog card or not, but my wife pushed me in the back and she wanted a famous dog, so she told me to do it.
Top of the 4th inning, the Yankees lead 5-0. Once again, here's Dosky.
Brent Rooker to lead things off. It'll be Rooker, Kurtz, and Muncy, 3, 4, and 5 to face the right-hander Marcus Stroman. Sun peeking out. A nice day. Pitch misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes on Rooker. Brent bounced out to the third baseman Chisholm in the first inning, 0 for 1. 5-0 the Yankees lead it as Stroman to the plate in the pitch. That's taken for a strike on the outside edge or thereabouts, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. 4th inning of today's game is brought to you by Hyundai of Vacaville, NorCal's home run Hyundai store. This pitch is chopped foul outside third. Eric Martins will scoop it up on the second hop and flip it in amongst the spectators. 1-2 the count. Close to everywhere at I-80 and Leisure Road. That's Hyundai of Vacaville. Bobby Crosby coaching at first. The aforementioned Eric Martins over there at third. 1-2 the count. Here's the 1-2 to Rooker from Stroman. That misses down and away with a slider. And it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 5 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Yankees. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for the Athletics. As Stroman delivers, pitch swung on a bounce down to third on 3 hops. Up with it is Chisholm. The long throw to first in time, and there is 1 away. That's now 4. Check that, 5 ground ball outs induced by Stroman. 1 away. Here's Nick Kurtz, the first baseman. Well, Thursday, July 10th marks the Lawrence Butler bobblehead giveaway, and of course it's his birthday as well. Join us, the A's take on Butler's hometown team, the Braves. Here's Kurtz as the pitch is taken inside 1-0. He flied out to deep right field in the second inning, 0 for 1. Kurtz 2 for 8 in the series. 5 for 18 against Yankee pitching this year. Stroman with the blue glove delivers. The 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. And it's 1-1. Celebrate the best way and throw those 4s up for the Law Dog all game long. Grab your tickets now at athletics.com/promotions. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Stroman delivers, and the pitch is swung on and lifted to left. Dominguez coming in for with the shades down, battling the sun, and makes the catch. He was about 30 feet from the warning track and 40 feet from the left field line. And there are 2 away. So 2 outs in the 4th. That'll bring up the third baseman, Max Muncy.
Max Muncy back in the second inning hit a hard liner off of, I believe it was the right kind of hamstring area of Stroman, but he stayed in the game.
Pitch to Muncy, a breaking ball misses away. 1 ball and no strikes. Max at 201, 5 homers and 16 driven in. Stroman's 1-0 pitch. That misses. He checked his swing and missed away anyway on that slurve. Now 2-0 on Muncy. Getting a second start at Yankee Stadium. 2-0 pitch. Stroman delivers. And that one misses now 3-0. Stroman, the son of a police detective, Earl Stroman. Said he got so much discipline from his father. It was a 3-0 pitch. That's taken high, ball 4. So he loses Muncy. Muncy on base for the second time. And that will bring up the left fielder, Tyler Soderstrom, who flied out to right field. He hit it well. He lined out to Bellinger in the second inning.
Stroman, a guy that is a passionate competitor, believes that he can still start Major League Baseball games, and is out here starting for the Yankees. Also a smart guy, went to Duke.
Pitch to Soderstrom is taken for a strike, and the count is 0-1. 5-0 Yankees were in the top half of the 4th inning. Some would say the Harvard of the South, right? Although Vanderbilt got that moniker too at times from people. Here's the right-hander comes set, the 0-1 pitch. That's swung on and missed. And it's now 0-2. 52 pitches now for the right-hander.
They're missing one other school, but that's okay. We don't need to talk about it.
You're going to talk about the Bulldogs.
We are.
University of Georgia. You think they've said University of Georgia is the Harvard of the South? Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Wow. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's in the dirt. Good stop from Ben Rice to shift his body and block that one. 1-2 on Soderstrom.
Well, you know, I know you probably won't agree with that, but it's definitely the Harvard of the Northeast quadrant of the state of Georgia.
All right. I'll buy that. Nice work. 1-2 the count with 2 outs. It's a 5-0 Yankee lead. We're in the top half of the 4th inning. He's trying to chip away at this 5-run deficit. As Muncy takes his lead, Stroman steps off. Marcus wants Rice to get back in his crouch position, get ready for this 1-2 pitch. As Stroman delivers in the pitch. That's bouncy ball, 1 up. Nice play by Goldschmidt to glove it. Step on the bag, and the side is retired. No runs, a walk, 1 left. We're through 3.5. It's still the Yankees 5 and the A's 0.
We're chatting with our guest, always safety first, 811.
Guess who that is? Roger McDowell. Check him out. He has his uniform on upside down with the shoes on the hand, and it looks like he's walking on his hands. Has his cap hanging down. That's supposed to be his head. Well, the Mets really trying to turn it around. They do, however, trail in this ball game 4-0. I love that.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude?
My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs, and then next day, I gotta eat arepa with eggs. So my mom make it for me, and then when my mom is with me,
everything's good.
I save a lot of money.
Estamos lindo.
Oswald Peraza will be the hitter for the Yankees in the bottom of the fourth. It's a 5-0 lead for New York. Fourth inning brought to you by Hyundai of Vacaville, NorCal's home run Hyundai store. Close to everywhere at I-80 and Leisure Town Road. Peraza, right-handed swinger. As Severino delivers and the pitch taken for a strike. And it is 0-1. We're going to play a clip for you soon. This is the 22-year anniversary of Eric Burns' cycle against the San Francisco Giants as the breaking ball misses away, 1 ball and 1 strike. And after this batter, we're going to play that clip for you. Bill King calls it, so we'll play that for you. This is the 22-year anniversary of Burns' cycle. 1-1 pitch. That's swung on and missed. It's now 1-2. I remember where I was, too. I saw that. I was actually saw it on the monitor right before the Fresno Grizzlies Sacramento Rivercat game. I was calling. It's just amazing the things, why you remember certain things. I can remember it. The last hit he got was the triple to complete the cycle. That was really a cool day. 1-2 the count. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That misses down and away now. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Triple's always the hardest to get.
Yep. 2-2 on Peraza. 82nd pitch coming up for Severino as the 2-2 is foul back to the screen. We'll try it again. Remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yankees 1 in the second, 4 in the third. It's 5-0 in the bottom of the fourth. Don't forget tomorrow it's A's and the Tampa Bay Rays from George Steinbrenner Field, the Yankee spring training facility. There's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swung on, little fly ball to left field. Soderstrom coming in, and he will make the catch. So here is Eric Burns' cycle 22 years ago today.
Here's the pitch. And a swing and a fly ball to center. Valderrama coming on. He has to play it for the hop. It bounces by him. He's going to chase it down. Burns around second base. Burns on the way to third. Burns triple cycle. Holy Toledo. Is there anything that doesn't happen to this young man? Unbelievable.
The great Bill King with that call as the pitch to Trent Grisham misses 1-0. 22 years ago today, the man who wore 22, Eric Burns, with his cycle against the Giants as called by Bill King. That's great. Thanks for that, Nate. There's the 1-0 pitch to Grisham. That's a fly ball to center field. Clark with the shades down, drifting back, battling the sun as he makes the catch on the edge of the grass to the warning track, and there are 2 away. So 2 outs in the fourth, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Cody Bellinger.
You know, I don't want to be too early, but you don't care about the broadcaster jinx. You don't think it exists, but Jazz Chisholm's halfway to his cycle already, and he's gotten the 2 hardest out of the way.
There's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Nothing. Well, I would, if there's ever such thing as a broadcasting jinx, I would like to keep talking about that because maybe we can reverse jinx it, and he won't do it.
Yeah.
I believe in the reverse jinx. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Bellinger. That misses high, now 1-1. Cody has singled and flied to right. The son of Clay Bellinger, who was a Yankee. Meant a lot to Cody to come over here and wear pinstripes. There's the 1-1 pitch. That's a breaking ball, and that is in there for a strike. It's 1-2 on Bellinger, the former Dodger, former Cub. Yankees only have 10 hits in the series, and we're in the 4th inning of Game 3. But the A's are trailing 5-0. Shoddy defense really hurt the green and gold today. There's the 1-2 pitch. That's a drive to right field. Went back for it is Butler near the track. He leaps up and he can't make it. Goes off the wall. It's backed up by Clark. And Bellinger into second with a double. So Cody Bellinger, a 2-out double here in the 4th inning. Butler, what happened there? It was a little shaking up his side. It looks like he's grabbing his side right now. He tried to make the catch and looked like it went off kind of the base of the wall there. Got to Butler pretty quickly. So it's a double. Let's look as Butler was going back for it. He tried to leap up. No, just over his head and hit the wall. So a 2-out double for Bellinger, and that gives Judge a chance here in the 4th. As the pitch is fouled back to the screen. Another one. Judge still does not have a hit in the series. He's 0 for 7. 7 for 21 on this year against A's pitching. And all of a sudden you look up and the right-hander Severino's at 90 pitches on the afternoon. Here's the pitch. Bellinger at second. There's a fly ball to deep left field going back. Soderstrom at the wall, and it is gone. That's number 29 for Judge. And RBI 64 and 65. Center cut fastball, and he doesn't miss those. And it's now 7-0 Yankees. They busted it wide open, and now McIver out there to check on Severino. Not the way Severino wanted to get his revenge against the Yankees for that May 11th start that he had in West Sacramento. So it's been a nightmare day for Luis. And here is Ben Rice. Got the first 2 outs of this 4th inning. Now a double and a homer. It's the second home run off Severino in this game. And here is Ben Rice, who's hit a comebacker and also hit with a pitch and scored 0 for 1. Rice, left-handed hitter, as the pitch is taken inside. 1 ball and no strikes. 7 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Yankees. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for the A's. The 1-0 pitch. That's foul back to the screen. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's a breaking ball that misses out. Didn't miss by much. But it just missed outside, and the count on Ben Rice is now 2 balls and 1 strike. Rice 3 for 13 against A's pitching this year. Is the 2-1 pitch that misses inside. I think it might have hit him. So Rice will go to first base. Unless that was was that ball 4? The scoreboard had 2 and 1. It might have been 3 and 1.
No, I think it hit him.
It did hit him. Okay, so that
because Mark Kotze had his hand up, so they're going to keep the ball rolling. Now he's coming out of the dugout. Just in case the ball didn't hit him, it would have been a 3-ball, 1 strike count.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Well, Mark Kotze is going to go get Severino. Severino cannot get through the 4th inning. So a tough outing for Luis Severino, and we're going to see Hogan Harris face Jazz Chisholm. 2 outs in the 4th and 2 in. It's a 7-0 Yankee lead with a runner on first in the 4th. We'll have more after this.
Here's the pitch, and it's a
play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
Pitching change brought to you by Hoblet Family Dealerships. Hoblet has it. No hassle, no pressure. ever as Hogan Harris takes over. He faces Jazz Chisholm as a home run and a triple. He's driven in 4 already in this game, left on left. Hogan gets the call. Severino's responsible for Ben Rice at first base. As Hogan delivers the pitch to Jazz Chisholm, that misses away. 1 ball and no strikes for the left-hander Harris. 1-1, 3.34, his 25th appearance, 32 in the third innings and 32 hits. Walked 20, struck out 38 as he delivers outside. And the count now 2-0 on Jazz Chisholm. He's now hitting 9 of 11. He is 3 for 10 against A's pitching this year, and that's all in this series. He didn't play in the series in May in West Sacramento. That swung and missed, a wild swing on that fastball from Hogan Harris. It's now 2-1.
Chisholm 236, 13 for 55 with 2 doubles, a homer, and 4 runs batted in against lefties.
Fastball misses away just off the edge. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike on the former Marlin. Jazz Chisholm hitting 245 on the year. 13 homers and 35 driven in. The shortstop Wilson shaded up the middle. Kurtz holding on Rice. Here's the pitch. That's taken for a strike on the outside edge. Jazz didn't care for it. He thought that was ball 4. Jazz saying something to the home plate umpire Jonathan Parra. 3-2 the count with 2 outs. And pretty close pitch, but Jazz thought it was outside.
It looked like it was over the plate, but it wasn't received particularly well by Willie McIver, which might have caused Jazz to think it was ball 4, but it looked like a strike.
By the way, 2nd time that Rice has been hit in this game, as Harris delivers a breaking ball that misses ball 4. So Jazz walks, and now the Yankees have 1st and 2nd with 2 outs for Paul Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt is the 7th man to bat in the inning. Make your ticket plans and join us for the homestand coming up. Giants, Braves, and Blue Jays. So we look forward to seeing you out at the ballpark in West Sacramento. Goldschmidt has walked twice in the 3rd inning. And in the 2nd, right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch. That's taken low with the fastball. It's 1-0. 7-0 Yankees. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Goldschmidt, 285 on the year. 8 homers and 32 driven in. As the lefty delivers, the pitch taken inside. Didn't miss by much. Almost looked like caught the edge. And it's now 2-0 this 4th inning, brought to you by Hyundai of Vacaville. NorCal's home run Hyundai store, close to everywhere at I-80 and Leisure Town Road. That's Hyundai of Vacaville. There's the 2-0 pitch. Harris delivers, and that one in there for a strike. And it's now 2-1. So 2-1 the count on Goldschmidt. Harris delivers the 2-1 pitch. Is hit foul right side out of play. Now 2-2. Yankees led 1-0, 5-0. It's now 7-0 New York. It's a shame too for Severino, and not just for Severino, but the pitching staff as well. As the 2-2 pitch, that swung on a fly ball to center field. Went back for it, and making the catch is Clark, and the inning is over, but not before 2 more runs and the 2-run homer from Judge. 2 runs on 2 hits, a walk hit batsman, and 2 left. We're through 4. It's the Yankees 7 and the A's nothing.
Introducing the new Dell AI PC, powered by the...
We go to the top half of the 5th inning. It's a 7-0 Yankee lead. Let's pause while we have a moment for station identification on A's Cast Talk 650 KSTE and the A's Radio Network. For Ken Korak, Chris Townsend, Jessica Kleinschmidt, and the commander Cody Elias, with Chris Carey, I'm Johnny Dosco from Yankee Stadium. Wind picking up a little bit here. It's a sunsplash day. It's 7-0 Yankees, top of the 5th. Luis Urias is the hitter as Stroman delivers outside. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. It'll be Urias, McIver, and Clark, 7, 8, 9. As Stroman to the plate, the 1-0 pitch. That's taken low, and it's now 2-0. A lot of work to do here. Big hill to climb, down 7-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That misses high, 3-0. 5th inning of today's game brought to you by Granite Expo Grand Slam Savings, 10 Northern California locations. GraniteExpo.com. Stroman's 3-0 pitch taken for a strike on the inside edge. It's now 3-1. Stroman's best friend is former Blue Jay Aaron
Muncy got a hard hit bouncer off of Stroman. That's the first hit. The second hit was a Butler base hit to right. Got a slider in there for a strike. Get back into the count. It's 3-2. Stroman working quickly. Here's the payoff. Swung on, bounce down to third. Jazz gives ground, sets his feet, throws quickly. Dug out by Paulie. What a play.
Good play on both ends. And Paul Goldschmidt, so valuable to this team, gets everything that's in the vicinity.
Let me put it this way. We're spoiled.
Ground ball after ground ball. This is just what Stroman wanted, just what the Yankees hoped for.
Here's Willie McIver, the catcher. Right-hand hitter, walked his first time. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Six ground balls for Stroman. 0-1. Swing and a foul back. Four-seamer topping at 88. And McIver was just under that. He's behind 0-2. Top of the 5th brought to you by Elect 825, building our future. 0-2 to the A's catcher. Here it comes. Breaking ball, swung on, popped up. Goldsmith taking a look, right side. And he'll get into the stands. Lucky Finn got a... It's always the second or third Finn that gets the baseball. One guy had it in his hands. Couldn't hold on.
All he gets is bruised hands. Probably get all red, right? Slows it down for the guy who finally gets it.
Absolutely. You know, we've had a couple up here that they should have had the MPH on those coming up this way. Here's the 0-2 in the dirt. Well, it's like Bob Uecker said about how he catch a knuckleball after it stops.
Well, he could let it keep rolling so it still stops. Yeah.
One out, nobody on. The 1-2 pitch here to McIver. And the pitch outside. Ball 2-2. Two and two. Up high. Laughing at all the musical. That was Midnight Confession by the Grassroots. It's got a musical interlude between every pitch. New batch of balls for home plate umpire Jonathan Parra. Chad Fairchild umpire at first. He's the crew chief. Clint Vondrak at second. Phil Cousin, Pride of New Jersey. At third, 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And it gets away from Rice. Got a piece of it. Got a piece of Rice.
Ball 4.
And Parra, the umpire said, "You okay, kid?" He tapped him on the shoulder, and Rice said he's okay. 3-2 from Stroman. Swung on and hit to right field, down the line, slicing into the stands. Oh, nice catch. But he made a nice catch.
You know, so far, Stroman really is hitting spots where he wants to. That was the high fastball right at the top of the zone. You can hit it, but you can't do a lot with it.
3-2, worked inside, and he pulled it foul. Third base side.
Pretty much in the zone.
This will be pitch number 10 to McIver with one out here in the fifth, 7-0 Yankees. Well, shutouts have been the story, right? 3-0 Yankees first game, 7-0 A's last night, and it's 7-0 here. There's a pitch. Swung on, there goes the shutout. That is high, deep, down the left field line, and gone. Willie McIver's second home run of the season.
Well, he just got here. See that power.
Yeah, that was a hanger right over the plate.
Full count. That was a really good at-bat by McIver.
That was the 10th pitch.
86 feet. It went far enough that moved back into the zone. That was supposed to be outside and then come back onto the corner. That started the corner and moved in.
Didn't mean to put that in the universe. Sorry about that. There goes a shutout. Here's a pitch outside. Ball one to Denzel Clark. Ball one. He struck out his first time. Next pitch. Swing on. Bounce foul. Third base side. The A's starting today, 9th in the major leagues in home runs. That was home run number 104. The Yankees, with that 2 home runs today, have 124. Here's ground ball, hit the Volpe. Shortstop throws over in time for the out.
Let's look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 outs. Ground balls, which is really good. And here comes Matt Blake. Someone just.
Pitch-wise, at 73 now for Stroman.
And a lot of this, Jonathan Loizaga just got up. So Matt Blake walked slowly out and brought the catcher out, Ben Rice. And Jazz Chisholm's over there.
So Loizaga up, that's encouraging. That was in sick bay a few days ago.
He was sick in Cincinnati. He was having trouble breathing on the mound that day that it was 99. Or
that was
probably 103 on the field.
Every bit.
He was having. Jazz does what. When Rugi Odor was here, and this is something he started.
Oh my goodness!
He was playing second base all the time, and whenever there was a meeting on the mound, Rugi would go. And I asked him once, "Why do you do that?"
Pitch to Butler, swing on, line drive, left field, easy play for Dominguez. He's there, makes the catch.
Well, I'll finish that story the next inning because it's a good one.
Rugi Odor, tough guy. Saw too much of him over the years. Home run by McIver gets the A's on the board. It's 7-1 Yankees.
options in the running for me.
They would probably love that.
Can give the green and gold a few innings of quality work.
In the 5th to begin against Jason.
Bottom of the 5th, the A's trailing the Astros by 16. The Astros holding a 6.5 game lead over Seattle. The Angels 7.5 back. Texas 8 games off the pace. Dodgers have opened up a 6-game lead over San Diego. As the pitch taken for a strike on the inside edge, 0-1. Giants are 6.5 back. They've lost 6 of 10. Diamondbacks playing 500 baseball at 41-41. I know you've been disappointed. They're 10 games off the pace. Pitch swung on and missed. It's now 0-2 on Anthony Volpe. Volpe has flied out and bounced out.
Yeah, their franchise player broke his wrist, though, so they've been out without Corbin Carroll for a while.
0-2 pitch. That's a ground ball. Fair inside first and down the line. Over to get it is Butler, and holding it first is Volpe as Butler fires it in. So a single for Volpe, his first hit of the series. And that'll bring up Oswald Peraza, the second baseman. His 5th inning brought to you by Granite Expo. Grand Slam savings with 10 Northern California locations. Go to graniteexpo.com.
I think what's been the most surprising of everything is how the Central divisions have really deviated from what the belief was going into the year.
Just hit foul down the right field line, slicing out a play 0-1.
I think there was a strong belief that it would be a less competitive division than it is in the NL Central. The Brewers are only 2 games back of the Cubs right now, have won 8 of their last 10. Cardinals are 3 games back of the Cubs.
Pitch hit foul out of play.
But then you have the AL Central division that everybody thought, oh, this is going to be just a complete shootout, neck and neck everywhere.
Yeah, dogfight.
Kansas City, Detroit. Yeah. But Detroit has really taken that division and started sprinting away from the other teams.
Man, yeah, you're right. 10.5 games ahead of Cleveland. Minnesota, 11.5 back. Kansas City is 12.5 back. Breaking ball, bouncer to third, waiting for the second hop as Muncy. Only play is to first where he throws, and it's not. Oh, in time. Wow, they may check it. They may check it. Very close play. Bang, bang play at first. Muncy knew his only play was to first, and he had to wait on that second hop. We'll see if Boone challenges it. And they're going to challenge it. Yeah, I thought he beat it at first look. I could be wrong. But then looking at a second time, maybe not. Very close play at first base, Chris. Of course, I don't know. That's having me slow down. What do you got?
Well, he stretches at first, and it's bang bang as it gets. Remember, clear and convincing evidence to overturn.
Yep.
So the call on the field is that the runner is out. But you need something as clear and convincing to overturn it, or else the call will stand.
Man, is that close. The question is just, when did that foot get on the bag, right? Because the long stretch from Kurtz. Oh, man.
From the closest angle, looks like his
foot gets on there, right?
Left, cleat.
I know.
Touches the bag.
Just does get on there before the ball gets into Kurtz's glove.
I wouldn't imagine this would be a very quick review. This is about as bang bang as it gets, Johnny Dosco. That would kind of tell the story of the game so far. The A's, Max Muncy did everything right there. The footwork was strong. Didn't have a play at second. Didn't want to force it. And a really good strong throw and a solid stretch on the other end by Kurt.
On the field.
Yeah, because it seems like they're still listening.
They are. I thought he was about to.
Like I said,
give us the ruling on it.
It's not. This can't be a quick review. They got to look at all angles, and zoom in and zoom out, and see really where the ball hit the glove in relation to where Peraza was up the line, or where his left leading cleat was on the first base bag. They're very diligent at the Replay Review Center here in New York City. They're still looking at it on the big scoreboard jumbotron here at Yankee Stadium.
It was pretty cool when we saw when we were here last year and we saw went into the review room and saw how they work it. Where they get There are times where they have 7 or 8 people.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is out. New York has lost the challenge.
You're right, it was not convincing. It wasn't overwhelming evidence the other way. So it's 5-3 on the putout. Taking second base is Volpe, and here is Trent Grisham.
That is why I do and will always say that ad nauseum. You need clear and convincing evidence to overturn it. And I think that's a factor people immediately take out of consideration. They think, oh, emotionally, he's safe, or he's out.
Breaking ball from Harris, misses, 1 ball and no strikes. I'll tell you, Max Muncy, a strong arm. And a good stretch over there from Nick Kurtz. 1-0 on Grisham, left on left here. Trent at 244, 15 homers and 32 driven in. Sporting that mustache, pitch misses outside. It's now 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, in that instance, Johnny, it was not clear, it was opaque.
2-0 on Grisham. As the runner goes, the pitch is outside. The throw to third, not in time. Great jump for Volpe. To Anthony Volpe with the stolen base at third, and Hogan was not paying a ton of attention to him. As Volpe picks up stolen base number 9 on the year. Has been caught 7 times. So 9 for 16 for Anthony Volpe. Grisham is 0 for 3 on the day. Left on left pitch. That's in there for a strike nicely now. 3-1. 7-1 Yankees. We're in the bottom of the 5th. On a gorgeous day at Yankee Stadium. Thanks for spending part of your Sunday with us. Volpe creeps off that third base bag as the left-hander comes set. The 3-1 pitch is swung on, popped up foul out of play on the left side. Off the facade in amongst the crowd. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Did you jump out of your chair?
Well, yeah, because it's coming toward Dallas and just can't have it. Just got to hope it doesn't come near him. But can't make a catch and tie it up at 1. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That misses away, ball 4. So he loses Grisham. That's the second walk issued by Hogan Harris. It's now 1st and 2nd with 2 outs for Cody Bellinger.
I have one complaint sometimes about coming to these visiting ballparks is how far the booths are away from each other. Our A's TV booth and the radio booth, and how they block it with a curtain.
Yeah.
Because I know you wish you would be able to see Dallas trying to reach for the ball and his reaction.
And vice versa, right?
Because you're blinded from it. You're blinded from the possibility that it could happen.
Yeah, it is. I do feel cheated on that. Here's Bellinger, 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. Pitch swung on, a drive to deep right field. Going back is Butler at the wall, and it's gone. That's number 11 for Bellinger. RBIs 40, 41, and 42, and that will be all for the left-hander. Now Scottsy going out to get him. 3 home runs for the Yankees on the afternoon. And we'll take a break. Tell you about the new pitcher in a moment. It's 10-1 Yankees here in the bottom of the 5th. We'll have more after these words.
In Las Vegas, live music doesn't just start. It hits different. The biggest names in music will be taking the stage. Beyoncé, Shakira, New Kids on the Block, Pitbull, Lionel Richie, Kenny Chesney, Motley Crue, Janet Jackson, Keisha Cole, Brad Paisley, Kelly Clarkson, The Weeknd, live.
A sartorial issue here. There's the team name, Chicago Cubs, so it does work.
It's got the right color.
Yeah, it's gray.
Maybe there was something went wrong with his other one.
1-1 to Marte, in the air, right to the guy we just showed you.
Elvis back with the ball club. And the A's DFA TJ McFarland. So here's Aaron Judge, and the first pitch is taken for a strike. On a first pitch slider, and it's 0-1 pitching change brought to you by Hoblet Family Dealerships. Hoblet has it, no hassle, no pressure ever for Hogan. 1 inning, 2 hits, and 3 runs. He walked 2 and struck out 1. As Alvarado delivers in the pitch, that's hit foul down the right field line, slicing in amongst the crowd, and it's 0-2. Judge has struck out, walked, and homered. It was a 2-run shot in the 4th inning. 10-1, the Yankees lead it. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's been all New York in this game. Starting the inning, the game started rather ominously enough as that pop-up from Bellinger, the second batter of the game for the Yankees. The 0-2 pitch misses down and away 1-2, and the ball, it's one of those I got it, you take it. With Muncy going out and Soderstrom coming in. There's the 1-2 pitch. That's taken outside. Check the swing. He didn't go. 1-2. And then you had the pop-up in the 3rd inning where Urias went out and Butler came in, and they barely collided as the 2-2 pitch. That's taken outside. Check the swing, and he went. Down he goes. So Judge strikes out, but a 3-run homer from Cody Bellinger. 3 runs, 2 hits, a walk, and nobody left. We're through 5. It's the Yankees 10 and the A's 1.
In Las Vegas, live music doesn't just start. It hits different. The biggest names in music will be taking the stage.
To build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here, it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
Season. Get your discounted tickets at athletics.com.
Sure. Ever. Right-handed reliever JT Brubaker. JJ Bleday has grabbed a bat in place of Jacob Wilson. We were wondering if that was going to happen after Wilson fouled it off of himself back in the 3rd inning. First pitch is a slider for a strike. 0-1. Brubaker in his 3rd appearance, no record, 0 ERA. The 0-1 pitch. Bleday takes a changeup outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. 6th inning of today's game brought to you by American Furniture Galleries, your family-owned furniture store since 1991. J.J. Bleday 193 on the year and takes another changeup outside, 2-1. Bleday also has 8 home runs and 22 runs batted in. Stroman finishes his day 5 innings, 3 hits, a run. It was earned with 2 walks and 1 strikeout. 2-1 pitch, fastball high, 3 balls and a strike. So Stroman in line for his first win of the year should the scoreline hold. Yankees have a 9-run advantage. The infield playing Bleday to pull. 3-1. And Brubaker misses at the bottom of the zone. Bleday thought it might be a strike, hesitated to throw his bat towards the dugout, but it was deemed ball 4, and the A's have a leadoff base runner for just the 2nd time today. And it's now Rooker. Right side of the infield open. Peraza shades the second base bag, and the first pitch is a fastball outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Rooker 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts to the third baseman, Jazz Chisholm. 1-0 stretch pitch. Fastball away. 2 balls and no strikes. Yankees have scored in every inning since the second. 1 in the second, 4 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 3 in the fifth. 2-0 pitch. Rooker hammered down the left field line. That's a fair ball and will kick off the wall. Bleday head around to third, head of steam to third, I should say, and Rooker slides into second base for a double. That was all over the place. Sorry about that. Brent Rooker's first hit of the game. And now Kurtz comes up.
Yeah, third hit of the series now, 3 for 11 in this series. Nice to get something going offensively. And this game kind of out of hand, but try to get a little momentum for Tampa.
Kurtz has a pair of flyouts today. Brubaker from the stretch. And the first pitch is a breaking ball outside. 1 ball and no strikes. But wouldn't it be nice to see the Athletics here in the 6th inning? You have 2 in scoring position and nobody out. Not just scratch across a run or 2, but really get back into this game. 1-0 pitch. A fastball inner half. Called for a strike. 1-1. Kurtz didn't agree with it. But a good sell behind the plate by Ben Rice, the Yankee catcher. 1-1 pitch in the dirt, blocked by Rice. Don't know how he was able to body up and get that one. He had to stand up and use his chest protector as a wall to keep that baseball in front and stop Bleday from scoring from third.
Well, you watch how much more comfortable Kurtz is now, Chris. He's able to kind of talk to the umpire, kind of not when he's not pleased, he will say something. First 15, 20 games, kind of kept that to himself.
2-1, line drive, and it's off of Volpe's glove, leaking into right center field. Everyone's safe as Rooker moves to third, and Kurtz has an RBI single. So Bleday came in to score. Volpe had the ground covered, but it short-hopped his glove, and he was ranging over to his left. And Kurtz has his 3rd hit of the series and his 32nd RBI of the year. So the A's respond with a run and keep the line moving with Max Muncy, who's 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. First pitch to Muncy in the dirt, again blocked by Rice on a breaking ball. 1 ball and no strikes. So the score now 10-2 New York. Pitch up and in. It might have clipped Muncy, and it did. He's hit by a pitch, and Soderstrom will come up with the bases loaded, nobody out.
I think he's making some noise here in this 6th inning. You'd love to see it, and I think that Blake's going to go out there and check on his right-hander.
His consultation on the mound is brought to you by Granite Expo. Grand Slam savings with 10 Northern California locations. Visit graniteexpo.com. Johnny, perfect chance for Tyler Soderstrom, who has put some good swings on the baseball recently. 316 over his last 7 games of play. With the bases loaded, a 333 average. Does have a grand slam and 9 runs batted in this year. So a unique opportunity for Tyler. With 1 swing of the bat, it could be an entirely different ball game with the A's being down 4. He has to get a hold of it. First pitch fouled away.
And he's had 2 good at-bats. You know, he had that line drive to Bellinger in the 2nd, then he hit the ball hard to Goldschmidt in the 4th, so he's seeing it well right now.
Oh, 0-1. Bouncing ball up the first base side. Goldschmidt plays it, but it goes foul. 0-2. Let's take a look at the last time Tyler had a home run. You got to turn the clock all the way back to June the 5th against Minnesota. Tyler had 2 home runs and 6 runs batted in. I believe that was the game where he had his grand slam. So it's 24 days since his last home run. 0-2 lays off of a changeup, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It's been a wonderful time for his 15th of the year.
One-two pitch, staying alive, fouling it away. Good fight by Tyler. Soderstrom flew out to right, grounded out to first. He's 0 for 2. One-two pitch, inside for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was a pitch that Kurt saw 2 batters ago, and it was called a strike. Fastball with a little bit of arm side run, working back in or out on the lefty Soderstrom. 2-2 pitch, and he spoils another foul. Tyler has such great pitch recognition and zone awareness, much like Nick Kurtz at second base. You don't catch him looking very often.
No.
An A on every base, nobody out. Top of the 6th, it's 10-2 Yankees. Two in the dirt. Another great block by Ben Rice. Wow. For a guy who's just at his 9th game at catcher this year with New York, and for a player that was not known for his defensive abilities behind the plate, he's made some tremendous stops today. Now the count runs full with the bases loaded, nobody out. 3-2 pitch. Soderstrom takes up high. And Brubaker will walk home the 3rd A's run. The 2nd this inning, Rooker will trot home. The bases remain loaded for Luis Urias.
Man, wasn't it bad for Soderstrom taking that close pitch 2-2 that did miss inside, and tremendous discipline and, as you said, pitch recognition for Soderstrom.
2nd walk this inning by JT Brubaker. Now Kurtz at 3rd, Muncy at 2nd, and Soderstrom at first for the right-handed hitter Urias, who swings on the first pitch and fouls it away. He's flied out to right and bounced out to 3rd. He's 0 for 2. Wouldn't this be a big time for Urias to make up for that costly error? .317 with 2 grand slams in his career with the bases loaded. Good spot for him here. 0-1 grounded to 3rd. Diving play by Chisholm. Gets to his feet, throws to first on a hop, and Urias is retired, but Kurtz comes in to score. A defensive gem by Jazz Chisholm to get to that baseball, because if he doesn't, it probably tucks into the corner and scores all 3 on the base paths. It's now 10-4 New York.
Yeah, threw that nice long hop for Goldschmidt, too. So outstanding play by Chisholm.
It's Willie McIver who opened up the scoring for the A's last inning with a solo home run to left, and now he checks up his swing on a breaking ball. He did not go around. 1 ball and no strikes. Willie's 1 for 1 with a walk and a homer. Just his 2nd homer of his major league career. It was his 4th RBI as well. Average climbing up to 250 now. 1-0 pitch. A fastball on the outside edge for a strike. One pitch. Check swing. Did not go around on the fastball.
Well, if you can bring these 2 in, get it to 10-6, you got yourself a ball game.
I think the energy changes completely in that dugout, too. Now Willie swings and misses on a slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Couldn't hold up there. 2-2 and out. Muncy at third, Soderstrom at second. In the top of the sixth inning with Willie McIver at the plate, it's 10-4 Yankees. Two pitch in the dirt. Rice blocks it, and it goes up the first base line. Muncy on the third base line thought about breaking to the plate, but stays put. Surprisingly there.
Yeah, Rice saved a run there with a great play, and I just didn't think Muncy and Martins wanted to take a chance there, not realizing how far that ball was going to squib up that first base line. You're not a lock to make it. You can't let that second out happen at home plate when you're trying to make a comeback here. I think it was a good move to hold him.
3-2 is fouled off of McIver. And he'll see another. You have a chance here. Already scored 3 runs in the sixth. 3-2. In the dirt, McIver passes the baton to Denzel Clark. Third walk this inning by JT Brubaker. And the bases are loaded once more, and Aaron Boone has seen enough. He is going to go to his bullpen here. And Brubaker only able to get 1 out here in the sixth. So he'll call upon a new reliever in a 10-4 ball game in the top of the sixth inning. The A's are starting to knock on the door. We'll see some more when we return.
In Las Vegas, live music.
And if you want a Cy Young, 73, 5, and 6, I've got an extra 5. And then it says, has worked as a TV commentator. You know, and I did start back in 1978. I did the Yankees and the Red Sox playing the one-game playoff. And ABC said if the Yankees win, Reggie will play, and then you'll go broadcast with Howard Cosell and Keith Jackson. And that's how I started my broadcast. And that's the Bucky Dent home run. So every time I see Bucky Dent, I go, thank you for making me a broadcaster.
With these designs, I wanted to bring out the Old English letter font, but add a twist to it. This is one I've developed over the years and used on a lot of tattoos. You could tell a sign painter or a lettering person by their numbers. That reveals a lot about them. It's an honor to design for the Dodgers. It's almost gone beyond sports, even into fashion. People wear LA caps all over the world.
This pitching change is brought to you by Hoblet Family Dealerships. Hoblet has it, no hassle, no pressure, ever. And with 1 out, the base is loaded in a 10-4 Yankee lead now. Aaron Boone will turn to the right-handed reliever, Jonathan Loaizaga. Muncy at third, Soderstrom at second, McIver on first, and Clark, who's 0 for 2 at the plate. A's looking for more. First pitch, little chopper up the third base side. Loaizaga will let it go foul because that would have been an infield base hit and an RBI for Denzel Clark. But a lucky turn for the Yankees. Instead, it's strike 1 to Denzel.
Yeah, Yankees are fortunate and smart move. Let it roll foul. 42176. 42166.
So I way overshot the attendance today.
I think I got the win because Paulie had 46 200. I did 45-269. Yep.
Did you just sweep the series?
I think I did. Yeah, it's good. Great sweep.
Great sweep for you. Okay. I was so confident, too. 0-1. Denzel takes, or no, he tipped it into Rice's glove. 0-2.
That's just unlucky right there. Just to graze the bat of Denzel and into the glove of Rice.
Oh, 0-2 pitch, busted bat, grounder up the first base side. The race is on. The flip from Goldschmidt to Loaisiga is there. A 3-1 put out, but it is an RBI ground out for Clark, now 10-5. The A's have successfully cut the Yankee lead in half with Lawrence Butler coming up, but now 2 are down. That's Clark's 6th RBI of the season. Soderstrom advanced to third, McIver to second, and it's Lawrence Butler, the 9th hitter to come up this inning. First pitch, a fastball away, 1-0.
And again, the difference that contact makes, right? I mean, Clark struck out twice on this road trip, so he made the adjustments. A bat on ball, got the A's their 5th run.
1-0 out in front of a changeup, 1-1. One pitch in the dirt, another block by Ben Rice. I mean, how solid has he been back there today?
He's been great. There better be a dinner bought for him by one of the Yankee pitchers, either on the next trip or whatever, because he has done a fantastic job back there.
Two balls and a strike to Butler. His zone expanded and swung and missed on a sinker, 2-2. Ben Rice on his left forearm has almost what a quarterback does, has like a signal card, and he changed his, and I could see on the monitor that it said Loaisiga on it. So he's got a card for every reliever, it seems. 2-2 pitch. Butler takes, and he's called out on strikes and a changeup right down the middle. A's strand 2 runners, but do plate 4 in the 6th inning. Still have some work to do, but it's a much more...
Calling all college and grad students. Grab your friends and head to the ballpark with this special offer. Save up to 50% off select regular season games throughout the 2025 season. Get your discounted tickets at athletics.com/student.
The sixth inning of today's game is brought to you by American Furniture Galleries, your family-owned furniture store since 1991. It's Rice, Chisholm, and Goldschmidt. In the bottom of the sixth inning, the A's have created some momentum for themselves after a 4-run sixth. 10-5 now the score as Rice comes up. He's 0 for 1 and has been hit twice and has scored a run. First pitch is high and outside from an Alvarado 100-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball. J.J. Bleday checks in center field. And Schumann is in for Wilson at short. The 1-0 pitch is too far inside on a slider. 2 balls and no strikes. You need to start posting up some zeros here now, Johnny. 2-0 pitch. Alvarado misses. 3 balls and no strikes after 4 consecutive innings for the Yankees, scoring at least 1 run.
Yeah, if you're Alvarado, you just got to throw strikes here, man. Got to keep this at a 10-5 game. Give the A's a chance.
3-0, and Rice takes a strike, and he headed towards first base. Three and 1. And Rice had a case there, but it went Alvarado's way. Now 3-1. And a swing and a miss. Challenged him with a fastball right down the middle, and at 99 miles an hour, Rice couldn't time it up. 3-2. Three-two pitch, and it almost hit Rice for a third time. Had to shy out of the way of a 100-mile-per-hour fastball headed toward his ankles. And the Yankees have yet another leadoff base runner in this series. Now Jazz Chisholm is up. He's homered. He's tripled. Scored 2 runs, has 4 RBIs. He's also walked. He's 2 for 2. Kurtz holds on Rice, and Chisholm fouls away the first pitch. 0-1.
So if you're scoring with a Schumann in that 9 slot and Bleday in the 2 slot,
a 1 swing and a miss. A nasty slider working to Chisholm's back foot. And an uppercut type of swing, had no chance of making contact there. Alvarado has great stuff. It's just the question of command. First base side of the rubber from the stretch. 0-2 pitch. Fastball high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two home. Popped out of play. Foul.
yeah, Alvarado's been on the, he's been up and down really for a while between Sacramento and Las Vegas. And again, it's just the command. You see the stuff. The stuff is obviously really good.
1-2 pitch. Check swing up top. Chisholm did go around, and he's holding his arm almost in a hanger style, like something on his shoulder, forearm, elbow area maybe.
Yeah, it looks like he's in some pain as he's making his way back to the Yankee dugout.
He left his bat at the plate and got the bat boy to get it. We've seen some hard swings, and it was like a 3/4 swing. It caused some pain.
Yeah, you're right. Like he was trying to hold up, and at the last second realized he could not. Looked like he did hurt his wrist there for sure. Like his right wrist, right?
So it's the second strikeout for Alvarado. Now it's 1-0. Make it 2-0 to Goldschmidt after a slider misses away. 2 balls, no strikes, and out, and a runner on first for New York. They lead 10-5. Two-0 pitch, popped up, A mile high, McIver loses the mask, and it goes out of play.
You know, they're so tough here. Road Trip Mike wasn't even allowed to get to us near the dugout on this trip. The Yankee security would not let him down there.
2-1, fouled away, 2-2. I don't know if there will be a problem for him in Tampa, though.
I don't think so either. But what a shame for Road Trip Mike. He comes to all the games, and normally we see him, goes down by the dugout, and we got to look up, and we're able to see him in the first couple rows there. But I looked up, and Road Trip Mike, he looked helpless. He's like, man, I can't get down there. It wasn't the same without seeing Road Trip Mike.
It was not. 2-2, another pop-up. McIver losing the mask. Goldschmidt flipping his bat in disappointment. In foul ground, McIver drops out of his glove. But it dropped foul. McIver couldn't catch it, and that's really how it's gone today.
And, you know, look, McIver obviously should have caught that, but that's Max Muncy's ball again. Muncy is coming over for it. And Max is a better angle on it. That's got to be Max's ball to just kind of take over there and kind of take over there. It's going to be E2, but man, I mean that's got to be Max Muncy's ball. I think McIver was calling for it right away. That's why Max backed off.
So Goldschmidt now 2-2 pitch. Slider backed up low and in. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
The defense has not been good for the A's in this game.
And in the macro of this season, it just has not been good.
No.
Three and 2. And that's clubbed down the left field line, but foul.
You cannot give any team, really, but it's especially a team like the Yankees, you cannot give them opportunity after opportunity, and those are 3 balls that should have been caught in this game that were not.
And errors with no outs or 1 out against a team like this, they will capitalize. And they have already. 3-2 pitch. Another line shot down the left field line, foul, and now Goldschmidt's on it. I mean, you look back to the 4-run 3rd inning, biggest inning of damage by the Yankees, and it started with that Urias error bumping into Butler, who it was his ball. That started all of it. Alvarado throws back to first, diving back in safely. Rice without a tag.
I mean, I think it was Butler's ball, it was Soderstrom's ball, and it was Muncy's ball. 3 of them were, I think, the players coming in had better shot at making the plays. So it will be addressed for sure.
3-2 stretch pitch. Goldschmidt pokes the bat head out and flies it to left. Soderstrom has it, makes the catch. 2 away.
Yeah, no one more relieved that Goldschmidt flied out to left than the catcher, Willie McIver. Takes so much pride in his work behind the plate.
Yeah, you're right, because sometimes when those errors happen, you give a guy another chance. Just the baseball gods make things happen that are not necessarily positive for you. And Goldschmidt was on those pitches, hitting them hard. Now it's Jason Dominguez. Hard shot, diving attempt by Urias. It's beyond his reach and into right. Butler gets the ball back in quickly, and Dominguez has his first hit of the game as Volpe comes up. I mean, that's middle. And Urias almost made a tremendous diving stop. Mark Kotze will seemingly get the ball from Elvis Alvarado. His day is done. He'll go to the bullpen in a 10-5 game with runners on first and second. Pitching change brought to you by Hoblet Family Dealerships. Hoblet has it.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till I thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. And toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green.
You're an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings with 3 lines. Third line free via monthly bill credits. Plan features and taxes and fees vary. See exclusions and details at tmobile.com/switch.
Tyler Ferguson enters the game with 2 outs and 2 on in a 10-5 Yankees lead. It's Anthony Volpe at the plate with Rice at second and Dominguez at first. Elvis Alvarado, when an inning surrendering a hit, also gave up a walk and had 2 strikeouts. No runs against him at this point, but he is responsible for the 2 runners on first and second. And Volpe, who is 1 for 3 with a stolen base and a run scored, is up for a 4th time. Ferguson from the stretch, first pitch to Volpe is inside on a sinker, 1-0. A's have scored 5 runs from the 5th inning on. 1-0 pitch, another sinker, low and in, 2 balls and no strikes. You'd love to see them post a goose egg in the 6th. If they would be able to do that, it would be the first time since they've posted a scoreless inning since the bottom of the 1st today. 2-0. High breaking ball, 3 balls and no strikes. Three-0 pitch, 4-pitch walk. That's how Ferguson's relief appearance will begin. Much like how Hogan Harris came out of the bullpen, the first batter that Ferguson faces is a walk, and now the bases are loaded for Oswald Peraza. Check out A's Cast Live. Tune into our daily live sports talk show hosted by Chris Townsend, and of course, featuring the Commander Cody Elias, now streaming on the A's YouTube channel at youtube.com/athletics and A's Cast Twitter at AthleticsCast24 ahead of every weekday evening game. Ferguson grunts and fires a first pitch to the righty Peraza. It's a fastball at the bottom of the zone for a called strike. 0-1. Peraza 0 for 3 with a pair of groundouts and a flyout today. Rice at third, Dominguez at second, and Volpe at first in a 10-5 game. Now a 1 fouled away, quickly turns to 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Check swing on a breaking ball. Did he go? Yes, he did. And Tyler Ferguson gets out of a big jam, posting a scoreless 6th in tandem with Elvis Alvarado. The score 10-5 Yankees.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Check out A's Cast Live. Tune into our daily sports talk show hosted by Chris Townsend and featuring Commander Cody. Now streaming on the A's YouTube channel at youtube.com/athletics and on X at AthleticsCast24 ahead of every weekday evening game.
Well, Tim Hill enters the game in the 7th, 10-5 the score, the Yankees in front, and as he warms up, we'll take a quick pause for station identification on A's Cast, Talk 650 KSTE and the A's Radio Network. for Ken Korak, Chris Townsend, the commander Cody Elias, and Jessica Kleinschmidt with Johnny Dusko here at Yankee Stadium. Chris Carey here with 2, 3, and 4 coming up again. Bleday, Rooker, and Kurtz. A crew that all reached base safely in the 6th inning, where the A's scored 4 runs. So Bleday up again, this time against a lefty and Hill, and swinging on the first pitch, he fouls it away 0-1. 7th inning of today's game, brought to you by Hyundai of Vacaville, NorCal's home run Hyundai store, close to everywhere at I-80 and Leisure Town Road. Hill, left-handed reliever, sidearm release point, 38 appearances now, 3-2, 2.6 ERA, and his 0-1 pitch is a sinker in for a strike to make it 0-2 to Bleday. Oh, 2 pitch, and Bleday lays off of a slider, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2, and Bleday fouls it off.
As you mentioned earlier, Bleday has hit left-handers well this year. Smaller sample size, obviously, but seen the ball well against lefties in 2025.
1-2 pitch, another foul ball. Bleday fighting it off. JJ against left-handed pitching this year, 308. 12 for 39 with a double, 2 home runs, 6 runs batted in. 1-2, grounded to first. Goldschmidt has it and will race to the bag, take it himself. That's the first out. Whether you come for baseball, live music, incredible restaurants, or world-class entertainment, Vegas is a grand slam. Las Vegas, the exclusive destination partner of the A's. Head to visit lasvegas.com for more. Rooker up and swinging on the first pitch and missing. 0-1. A 1 pitch away on a sinker, 1 ball and 1 strike. Immediately after this game, the A's will head to the airport and fly down to Tampa. Take on the Rays for 3 at the Yankees spring training home, George Steinbrenner Field. 1-1 pitch from Hill is taken outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitching matchup for that game, or the projected matchup, has been released. Jacob Lopez facing his former team against the righty Drew Rasmussen, 29-year-old for the Rays at 7-5 and 2.45 ERA. Now the 2-1 pitch is in for a strike, 2-2 to Rooker.
They just recently announced that, so not sure why they kind of waited on that, but Rasmussen getting the start.
2-2, fouled away.
At least for now.
That is the projected starter for Tampa Bay tomorrow.
And you've never been to George Steinbrenner Field, you told me, right?
I have never been.
All right.
Two pitch is a touch high, 3 balls and 2 strikes on the slider. Been to the Trop plenty of times.
Yep.
Remember when they had like the cowbells there for the playoffs? 3-2, right back up the middle. Hill might have gotten a piece of it. Peraza recovers, throws to first. And that's either a 1-4-3 put out or a 4-3 put out. What did you write it down as?
I put 1-4-3.
Did it get him?
I think it did.
Yep.
He got his foot. Yep. And, it might have slowed it down enough for the second baseman to get to it, right? Might have been a break for the Yankees there.
That's the second comebacker to hit a Yankees pitcher today. Remember, Muncy's second inning single hit off of Stroman's leg, and he was still able to have 5 strong innings of work with just 1 run allowed. He's in line for the win here today, which would be his first of the season. He's throwing a warm-up pitch. Here's another. And he's good to go. And we now have official confirmation. It did make contact with Hill. It's a 1-4-3 put out for the second out of the top of the 7th. I know you're going to enjoy the flight there, you and Our good old pal Dallas Braden are duking it out in the Gammon season.
Yeah, he's up 28-24 right now.
First pitch to Kurtz is inside, 1 ball and no strikes.
And that is a bit of an upset. I'm definitely the favorite, but yeah, he's done really well. He's played well. He's had good defense. He's made good moves. Got some rolls too.
1-0, inside out swing, fly ball to left. Moving on is Dominguez, and on the run makes the catch near the line, and that will retire the side. A 1-2-3, 7th inning of relief from Tim Hill. We go to the stretch with the Yankees up 10-5.
In Las Vegas, live music doesn't just start, it hits different. The biggest names in music will be taking the stage. Beyoncé, Shakira, New Kids on the Block, Pitbull, Lionel Richie, Kenny Chesney, Motley Crue, Janet Jackson, Keisha Cole, Brad Paisley, Kelly Clarkson, The Weeknd, live in Vegas. Go to visitlasvegas.com to see the full summer lineup.
A's Assistant General Manager Billy Owens joined Townie and Shooty on the show and shared his player comparison for Denzel Clark.
You know, the play was kind of like Vinsanity. Vince Carter, the great basketball player, and we remember the dunk contest all the way back in 2001. He kind of put his hands up in the air after doing some stuff that we literally have never seen before. But as far as a size, speed, strength, agility component, it's probably Megatron. Calvin Johnson, Hall of Fame wide receiver. I think there's been like 3 guys at the combine, NFL combine, that run like a 4.3, 6'5" or taller, and that's kind of, the athleticism that Denzel portrays out there. It's just Megatron.
You can watch the full interview at youtube.com/athletics or listen at athletics.com/A'sCast.
Got a road trip planned? Pack up the ride and be sure to bring along a Febreze car vent clip, your road trip essential. Febreze gives you up to 40 days of freshness with a road trip worthy scent, making every mile worth it. So pack up the ride and bring along a Febreze car vent clip.
God bless America.
Their songs before I went to a concert, which I've never done before. I've never gone seen music when you haven't heard the band before. But they did not disappoint, and I'll be back. I'll see them again for sure.
Now, are they more of a jam or
more of a jam band? Yep.
A cover? Do they do covers?
They did 3 or 4 covers too. Yep.
And I heard there's some comparisons to Fish in terms of the environment there.
I wouldn't. Again, I'm not overly familiar, so I couldn't compare it.
First pitch to Grisham is inside, 1 ball and no strikes. He's 0 for 3. He reached on an error and also walked. He's scored twice. Infield will play him to pull. 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes and a pitch low. I mean, when you take that into consideration, we get to sit down, and sometimes we have 3.5 hour games. They're running and moving around and dancing for 4 straight hours.
Yeah,
that's
amazing.
Remarkable. 2-0, 3 balls and no strikes. And you told me the band is from Connecticut, and they're playing in a venue that they grew up going to, possibly the biggest show of their lives. Maybe that energy propelled them to perform as long.
It was the biggest show of their lives for sure.
3-0 and a strike. on a cutter. 3-1.
I don't think. I mean, they're playing in their home state of Connecticut tonight. I can't imagine they'll play for over 4 hours.
3-0 pitch, swing and miss, 3-2. I always wonder how singers, especially, can keep their voices fresh and sharp when they're performing every single day for hours and hours upon end. And, you know, especially if you have a great vocal range, which I'm assuming this guy did have, how are you able to maintain that? Yeah. It's impressive.
Yes, it is.
Three and two to Trent Grisham, and he pops it up in foul ground. Muncy, Ferguson, and McIver giving chase, but it goes over the screening and off the third base dugout.
Yeah, Muncy, you see a little more aggressive there. You know, I'm sure someone said something to him just about the fact he's got to kind of take control over there on those pop-ups that are, you know, kind of putting him at a better angle than McIver. I saw Ferguson kind of running over there as well, but Muncy's well off the line right now, but he was sprinting off thinking he had a chance and went a long way. Got to that dugout.
Three-two pitch. It's away. And a leadoff walk. That's the second straight leadoff walk.
That's the one thing we got. You as you said earlier, you just got to be honest about the defense. It has not been fantastic, and you know your defense can really hurt you. And it has the A's in this game be a completely different ball game.
It's Cody Bellinger now taking a first pitch backdoor breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. He's 3 for 4. Has a single, a double, a 3-run home run, and 2 runs scored. Is that pretty good? Sounds pretty good to me.
What'd I miss?
3 for 4? Single, a double, 3-run home run?
Yep.
Is that good?
It's really good.
1 ball and 1 strike.
I thought they said something over the in-house PA that I missed, but yeah, Bellinger triple away from the cycle. And yeah, he's had quite the game for sure.
1-1 pitch. Fouls it back. Now 1-2.
I went through that really bad year with the Dodgers. We had like $150 or $160. He really struggled, but then got it back with the Cubs. Kind of got that good offensive rhythm back with the Cubs. Such a good hitter, of course, former MVP.
1-2 pitch, defensive swing, grounded to Kurtz. Moving over to his right. On to Schumann, throws to first. Ferguson jumps off the bag to try and catch it. And by the time he landed on the first base pillow, Bellinger had beaten the wrap. So it's a 3-6 fielder's choice play, but a nice play by Kurtz to move over and snag that ball.
It was. It wasn't a fantastic throw from Kurtz. He kind of lobbed it over there. I think if he do it again, he'd throw a little more crisp because Schumann had no chance to get Bellinger on that play. I think just the throw was not hard enough from Kurtz.
Here's Judge. Swinging on the first pitch. It's a sinker tipped into McIver's glove, 0-1. Judge 1 for 3, a walk, a 2-run home run. That's his lone hit of the series, his 29th of the year. Got RBIs 64 and 65 of the season. Now Ferguson sidearm throw over to first, and Kurtz has to move to his glove side and off the bag to get the baseball. Bellinger back in, standing up. A 1, working in on Judge. It's a sinker that misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. 7th inning of today's game brought to you by Hyundai of Vacaville, NorCal's home run Hyundai store, close to everywhere at I-80 in Leisuretown Road. Urias playing up the middle. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, and a strike at the bottom of the strike zone. 1-2. There's not many places you can pitch to this guy. 1-2 pitch, fouled away.
He's on pace right now for about 57 homers
The Yankees just played their 82nd game yesterday, so.
Yeah. So, what? 29 today's?
1-2 pitch, grounded up the third base side, foul. You know, he's right on pace for at or around that 60 homer mark.
Yep, yes.
Which was a few years ago that he set the American League record for homers in a season.
But the multi-homer games in Yankee history on the graphic there. Ruth, 68, Mantle, 46, Judge, 43, and Gehrig, 43. Moves ahead of Gehrig with another multi-homer game. That's incredible.
And they show all the retired numbers. The slider misses away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's no doubt in my mind that 99, after it's all said and done, will be immortalized in Monument Park.
Yeah, no question.
And forever retired in Yankee lore. 2-2 pitch is inside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, but it was 62 home runs that surpassed Roger Maris for the American League record a few years ago. "3-2, hammered down the left field line and trouble, but foul." And a kid in an Aaron Judge jersey caught the baseball.
That's fantastic.
His day, month, and probably year is made.
You cannot get the smile off that kid's face right now. He is just giddy.
"3-2. Judge driven to left center field. Blade going back at the track, at the wall, and Judge has done it again. A big round number for number 99. His 30th of the year, his 2nd of the game, and now he passes the great Lou Gehrig with 44 multi-homer games. And the MVP chants are very clearly audible in Yankee Stadium. First pitch, strike 2, Ben Rice. Rice takes away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Michael Kelly starting to warm up in the A's bullpen. And a swing and a miss now. 1-2 from Rice.
Yeah, 30 homers for the Yankee captain now. What a year.
1-2 pitch and a tip into McIver's glove. The A's will go around the horn for the second out. Second strikeout for Ferguson.
As you go through the bottom area where before we go into the clubhouse and onto the field, you have all those big portraits of the Yankee greats. Pretty cool with Ruth and Gehrig and Mantle. You see Mariano Rivera. It's pretty neat.
First pitch, foul ball from Jazz Chisholm. 2 for 3, a homer, a 3-run triple, 2 runs scored, a strikeout. Now he'll bloop it into shallow left. Soderstrom on the run. He's still coming and making the catch on the run for the final out of the 7th. But the Yankees add 2 more. They lead by 7. It's 12-5 thanks to Aaron Judge's second 2-run home run of the game. We move on to the 8th.
All right, I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season. I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards of memories.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do it like brisket wrapped in an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
23% of the games you're giving up 10 runs or more. 23%, Townie. So yeah, I mean it is a problem, and especially this was the exact inning you had to have a shutdown inning, just for the fact that you got to keep yourself in the game. I mean, 10-5 is pretty astronomical odds as it is to come back late in the game, but 12-5, darn near impossible. So thank you for that, Townie. As Max Muncy leads things off, as Ian Hamilton, the right-hander, takes over, and the first pitch is bounced foul, and it's now 0-1. So Ian Hamilton making his 25th appearance as he comes to play.
And there, 4 strike to Muncy. He's behind 0-2. Hamilton, 1 inning last night, 1 hit, 1 walk. Yesterday afternoon, I should say. Here comes the 0-2 from Hamilton. Right-hander, pitch outside. 1-1, 1-2.
Oh, yeoman job by Ben Rice today. Probably in a cold tub or a hot tub.
I would go cold tub after, it's 91 degrees right now.
And getting hit twice?
Hit twice in the foot, and then all the stuff he blocked with his chest. That pitch fouled back. 1-2. Top of the 8th inning here at the stadium. Crowd thinning out a little bit. Good crowd, 42,166. 1-2, Hamilton to Muncy. And, boy, I missed everything. Escara couldn't lay a glove on it. 2-2. Good to get Escara back. Happy Pappy there. Get him a little taste of the action. Going to need him up in Toronto, and then with the Mets coming up after that. 2-2. Up high, 3-2. Yes, indeed. Great day for the Yankees. Everybody rightfully concerned about the runners in scoring position. Over the batting average over the last 15 games, only $163. Here's pitch foul, third base side.
Up in Toronto, Yankees are going to throw. I haven't seen what Toronto is going to throw, but the Yankees will throw Carlos Rodon, Max Fried, Will Warren, and then Clark Schmidt in those 4 games.
Okay. 3-2. Hamilton to the plate. Ooh, that just missed. I thought he had the inside corner. Ball 4, Muncy walks.
8th inning sponsored by Local 3, IBEW, and Nika.
And here will be Tyler Soderstrom. Bases loaded walk. RBI so far, 0 for 2. And first pitch fouled off, left side. While we're throwing flowers around, Susan, Marcus Stroman, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, and a very economical pitching number here today. It was, I just had it here.
75.
75,
no,
is that what it was?
No, he was going 75. I don't think he got there.
No, he didn't. There's Nice play. Made the catch out there. Good play by Dominguez.
Stroman had 74 pitches today. Which is just about what they wanted.
Soderstrom's retired. Jazz making a play. Here is Luis Urias, right-hand hitter, second baseman. This pitch strike. Urias got an RBI groundout last time. He's 0 for 3. Hamilton gets set. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball didn't get a call. That was down low, 1-1. One. Here's Hamilton. Breaking ball. Missed too high. 2-1.
Fastball and slider. That one didn't move the way. It's just been inconsistent. The stuff is there. It's kind of...
Early on, he was pinpoint.
Yeah, just kind of inconsistent.
2-1. Swing and a miss. Slider, well located, 2-2.
You know, the pitch before that didn't break at all. And this one broke beautifully, just the way he wants it.
1 out, 1 on, 2-2 to Urias. Strike 3 called, slider. Urias just turns and walks away, 2 outs. And that's going to bring up McIver, the catcher. McIver, walk, solo home run, and a walk. So he's 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored. Swing and a miss to the slider. Game summary brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything, everywhere. The Yankees got on the board 1 in the first, 4 in the third, and they just kept on going. 2 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, 2 in the seventh. Here's the 0-1. Good foul out of play right side. 2 home runs for Judge with 4 runs batted in. 4 RBI day for Jazz Chisholm. Home run, 3-run triple. 3-run homer Bellinger. Here's the 0-2. Way outside. Hamilton in the relief court putting the final touches on this game. We're in the 8th inning. 1-2 pitch, 2 out. And a swing and a miss. As Escara holds on. And that'll do it for the 8th inning. A couple strikeouts for Hamilton. When we come back, Paul Goldschmidt is scheduled.
So Rockies is really like where my major league career really took off. You know, it was a special time in my life, 7 years with the team. And this jersey in particular, 2018 postseason patch on it here. So I've always kept all these jerseys with the patch on them because that's what it's all about, is getting to the playoffs and trying to win the championship. You know, the black jersey with the cutoff, not a lot of teams rock the cutoff anymore, but this is a jersey we wore all the time in Colorado.
Pre-owned deals. You score more choices, more savings at Millennium Honda in Nassau and Babylon Honda in Suffolk.
Michael Kelly takes over on the mound for the Athletics. As we go bottom of the 8th inning, it's all Yankees. 12-5. It's been just a bonanza hitting day for Bellinger, Judge, and Chisholm. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. They'll lead it off against the big right-hander, and a breaking ball in there for strike. Goldie's walked twice, lined out to center, and flied out to right. Kelly, big right-hander, throws a fastball outside, ball one. After the game, stay tuned for the post-game show with Emmanuel Babari, powered by Verizon. For the latest deals, drop into your local Verizon store.
And we've got Luke Weaver warming up. The ninth inning.
1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, swung on, popped up. Going back to second base and battling the sun. He's going to give way to the center fielder coming in. J.J. Bleday makes the catch. He's one out. So here's Jason Dominguez. Got a base hit, a hard base hit to right last time up. He's 1 for 4. Looks it back to a breaking ball for strike. Michael Kelly, 6'4", $185 out of Boynton Beach, Florida. Pitch swung on, popped up, playable. Left side, third baseman's under it, Max Muncy. Step out onto the grass. And makes the catch, 2 down.
The 8th inning sponsored by Local 3, IBEW, and Nika. Kelly doing what he does, high fastballs, so you get underneath them.
Kelly has been with Philly and Cleveland now in his second year at 32 years old with the Athletics. Anthony Volpe swings and hits one foul. Way out of play right side. Volpe 1 for 3 with a walk, a run scored, and a stolen base today. Here's 0-1. Fastball for strike. 0-2.
I think you got to look for this game, besides the offense breaking out, Marcus Stroman. What a performance.
Very encouraging. Very encouraging. Did he go and try to check the swing? Volpe doesn't know, but he's called out on strikes by the first base umpire. Said that bat did get through the zone. So Kelly throws a 1-2-3. 8th into the 9th we go. 9-1-2 coming. on that last strikeout to end the bottom of the 8th, Anthony Volpe got run from the game. So Peraza moves from second to short, and DJ LeMahieu will come in and play here top of the 9th with the Yankees up 12-5, and Luke Weaver on for the final 3 outs. Volpe had checked his swing, turned his whole upper body, had his back to home plate umpire and the first base umpire. He thought he was good. Home plate umpire appealed to the first base umpire, power to Fairchild, and Fairchild said he did go. And then he said the magic word, and he was tossed. First pitch by Weaver to Schumann. Ball 1. Bright, sunshiny day here at the stadium in the Bronx. And next pitch from Weaver's in there for strike. 9-1-2 for the A's. They scored 1 run in the 5th and 4 in the 6th for their 5 runs. 1-1 from Weaver. Down low. So down low, 2-1 here to Max Schumann. Weaver a right-hander, Schumann a right-hand hitter. 2-1 pitch. Weave missed outside, turns his back, hits the ball back from Mascara. Not happy with that. 3-1. Schumann got the start in the first game at second base, 1 0 for 2. Yankees 12-5 here, top 9. Pitch, swing on, popped up. Taking a look, Goldschmidt might have a play. Coming on, Bellinger. Goldie stand with it. Goldie makes the play. Man, is he good. Foul ball. He can read that going over his shoulder, going back. Makes the play in foul territory. Taps it up with DJ LeMahieu, 1 down. That's a good play. Been very good defensively. And a little slump right now offensively, but pretty sure he'll be back. Here's Butler. Left-hand hitter. Gold gloves, and he swings and fouls it back. Butler today, 1 for 4. The base hit to right. Back in the 3rd. Tall left-hand hitter. Weaver 0-1 pitch. Swing on, broken bat, up the middle, backhanded by Peraza on the run, throws 1 hop, and got him! Good play, both ends. 2 down. So Peraza, man, he hasn't done nothing but make plays defensively. Nicely done. He's going hard to his right and threw across his body and got the out. There's J.J. Bleday. 2 outs, top 9, all Yankees, 12-5. Bleday came on to replace Jacob Wilson. Walked, and he's grounded out the first. First pitch from Weaver, down low, ball 1. Weaver from that first base side of the rubber, 1-0 count. And here's the pitch. Missed outside, 2-0. Fine performance by Marcus Stroman. First appearance since April 11. Bullpen, nice job. Brubaker had a bad day, but everybody else was pretty good. 2-0. Fastball outside. We've not real happy with that. 3-0. Crowd is really thinned out. Everybody making their way home for Sunday dinner. 3-0 pitch here from Weaver. Pitch. Fastball first strike. 2 out, nobody on. Top of the 9th. Yankees 12-5. Closing out this series. Here's 3-1 from Luke. And a pitch. Fastball right down the pipe. Strike 2 called. 3-2. Susan's got a lot to choose from for the star of the game, that's for sure. Crowd on its feet now. 2 out, 2 strikes. Siren has been sounded. Weaver, glove at the chest. Steps into his windup, the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike him out. That's your ball game. Victory for the New York Yankees, 12-5 and no doubter as they win this series against the Athletics. 2-1. And they do it by scoring. Man, oh man, did they score. Great days offensively by Bellinger, Judge, and Chisholm. And fine pitching performance by Marcus Stroman in his first effort since April 11. So this was a really good win for the Yankees as they get ready to go to Toronto for 4 and then come back and face the Mets over at Citi Field next weekend. Really good stuff. Mr. Sinatra sings on.
This is a good one right here. The Padres. Little pinstripe unis. We would wear these every Thursday. When I kept it, I wanted to keep it all dirty. I always felt like if you didn't get dirty in a baseball game, you kind of didn't really play that day. So I had my pine tar there, a little dirt in the front side of it, but the brown and orange, really cool cleats. All the fans really enjoyed it as much as the players did.
There, we're kind of missing that big swing. And
here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Jeep.
Step up to the plate with confidence with the Jeep brand's newest MVP, the all-electric Jeep Wagoneer S. Year after year, the Jeep brand has delivered game-changing technology and features to help keep you off the bench and onto your next adventure. By blending thoughtful luxury capability and advanced technology, the Jeep Wagoneer S is one key player that doesn't disappoint. Experience the brand new head-turning design and luxurious interior without sacrificing on the legendary performance you love. Excellent range capacity opens up the playing field, and with 4x4 capability, featuring select terrain driving modes, how you play the game is up to you. The interior cabin of Wagoneer S pays special attention to detail with high-quality luxury refinements and seamless connectivity that surrounds you in comfort, along with premium seating, ambient lighting, and over 170 standard safety and security features. And like most All-Stars, it can really motor, especially with standard 600 horsepower. It's rugged, plays aggressive, and isn't afraid to get dirty. And with the exciting offers and deals going on right now at your local Jeep brand dealer, it all adds up to Jeep Wagoneer S being a steal. So hurry in today and blast one out of the park. Jeep is a registered trademark.
Veg ER for Pets has revolutionized the pet emergency experience. Not only will you see an experienced veterinarian right away, but you will stay with your pet the entire time. Visit veg.com to find the location nearest you. Veg ER for Pets, the official emergency veterinarian group of Yankees Radio.
Here's a club you want.